WebSportsRadio.com, in association with KBFL, proudly presents
Zane O'Brien in off the bench, gives it to Turin on the other side. Turin tries to drag around one defender, can't get it done. It comes back out to the top of the slot to Chris Brown. Now the right side shot, save, rebound, score!
Missouri State University Ice Hockey.
I think it might be O'Brien that got that.
I think you're probably right.
Tonight, the Ice Bears take on the University of Central Oklahoma.
Now taken by Anderson. Left point Anderson calling for it is Brown. Right side, Brown with it. Tipped in front by McClue, just missing. Ice Bears work the power play for 126. Now sending it to Brown, that is from McClue. Tipped in front, score!
With the call, here's Dan Lee and Steve Casson.
And live from MediaCom Ice Park in the Stan Melton Ice Arena. It is a single game between Missouri State and the University, or the Arizona State University Sun Devils, that is. Hello, everybody. Steve Casson along with Dan Lee on KBFL and on Web Sports Radio. Well, the Ice Bears stay at number 20. They were ranked at 20 after dropping 2 weeks ago. The Ice Bears beat the number 4 Central Oklahoma Broncos, and they drop from 19 to 20. That's the way the computer is all set up. Now, what they do is they just take bits and pieces and samples of what you've done, and then when it comes out at the end of the season, everything will be okay. So don't panic. Just don't worry.
I'm not panicking.
I know. I
am not.
I can tell on your face that it's a really difficult scenario for you. But Missouri State stays at number 20 after being swept by Lindenwood. Now, Lindenwood ranked, I believe, number 6. That's a tough situation. You get swept and 8-0 in one of those games too by the Lindenwood Lions, but for some reason Missouri State stays at 20. Again, it's the computer. Don't worry. It's fine. Everything's good. So the Ice Bears ranked number 20. They are ranked number 4 in the Western Collegiate Hockey League. They're 5-7 with 14 points in that league. The Ice Bears this season have scored 78 goals. They've given up 84. Now, that's a little tough for the Ice Bears, but again, we're talking about games where for some strange reason, all of a sudden, against Lindenwood, now there were injuries too. That's
a lot of injuries.
Another issue that happened in that series too. Those issues and those injuries came against UCO. Most of those players are back tonight, so the Ice Bears will hopefully put together a strong line. And the line that head coach Jeremy Law is going to put together tonight, I think, is a little mixed and mashed, but you know what? It still is going to work for the Ice Bears. It'll be Travis Barrett, Alex Turin, and Zane O'Brien on a line tonight, along with Andrew Kovacic, Brendan McClue, and Alex Rubin. They're going to throw the same line of Saunders, Davis, and Lounder. They used to be the all-rookie line. They're now the all-sophomore line. And then their fourth line will be the former Division III player and Shane Thornton, along with Sasha Perron, who's been added to the team now, played last season for the team. And they're going to throw Dan Fuller, or I make that back, Brian Fuller. They're going to throw Brian Fuller up on front. So it'll be interesting for that fourth line, maybe get something going for Missouri State. Of course, their regular defensive core, and then it'll be Bailey Stevens in net. Stevens is 6-5-1 with a 2.75 goals against average and a .927 save percentage. But getting back to the Ice Bears, and you know, you talk about the fact that Missouri State has given up more goals than they've scored, but the biggest key for the Ice Bears, only 283 penalty minutes.
Yeah, what a difference a year makes.
Yeah, far cry. About this same year, this same time last year, we're talking about 500 plus.
I was just going to say 500 or 600.
So yeah, it's definitely a positive for Missouri State. But you talk about injuries. Well, let's look at Arizona State. They come in at 7-14. And they are number 25 in ACHA Division I play. They are 6th in the Western Collegiate Hockey League at 4-9. They, on the other hand, have given up 92 goals. They've scored 62, but they are suffering from a lot of injuries too.
We thought we were black and blue right now. The Sun Devils are hurting big time. they're only shooting up 2 of their top 5 scorers, 2 of their top 5 assist leaders. They've got 3 of their, actually 4 of their main players are not playing tonight. They didn't even make the trip.
Yeah, Jake Savonia has 12 and 10 for 22. Dylan Ostertag, 5 and 16 for 21. And Colton Rhodes, 3 and 11 for 14, are the 3 of 4 top players right now out of the lineup for ASU.
Yeah, they are hurting big time on that bench. And it's anybody's guess what's going to happen tonight. Yeah, the Ice Bears could use guys like Gievers on the lineup, which, by the way, we'll talk to him in the second intermission later on this evening. And they're missing some key personnel themselves. But when you look at the Arizona State lineup, this should be a very combative game.
It is, and one thing I told the head coach, I asked him, I didn't tell him, I said to head coach Jeremy Law, guys know not to take this team too lightly, do they? And he says, oh, yes, we know. We know. As evidenced with Oklahoma, who we incorrectly played at the Open. No, we're not playing Oklahoma, but it was a big loss for Missouri State, which at that point in the rankings hurt them because that was a game prior to playing Central Oklahoma, in which the Ice Bears swept Central Oklahoma. So, yeah, it's very tough. It's one of those scenarios where with this computer, really, you cannot lose to teams below you. Any team ranked below you, you have to win.
Right.
It's okay, not saying it's okay, but in the computer's eyes, if you do lose, by evidence last week of Missouri State being swept by Lindenwood, that they still stay ranked at number 20.
Yeah, and then do we want to talk about Penn or no? Penn State?
Go ahead.
Well, didn't they go up despite losing?
Yeah, they did, which if you talk to Dari Noko on ESPN, he is not happy with that.
Well, I didn't know if we wanted to talk about that or not, but that's how the computers seem to operate this year.
Well, and like I told you earlier, it's kind of like a government spy agency. They're collecting all sorts of data on you, and when it gets to the end of the season, they'll say, okay, Santa's going to arrive early for you, and you may get a berth into the national playoffs, but right now it looks like you have to be at least 16 because of all the auto bids that are going on.
Right.
Maybe 17, but probably 16 would assure that you will be able to go to the national championship. The only issue with this whole thing is head coach Jeremy Law. This is his first year in ACHA, but 15th total season. The past 14 seasons, whatever team he's coached, whether it's in the Western States Hockey League or juniors or what have you, they've all made it to the postseason. So he has this kind of on his back a little bit.
Well, and this is the toughest league to try to make it to the postseason because there isn't really a playoff season. There's not a playoff system or brackets. You just, until you get into that top 16 or 20, and there's so many automatic bids already in that Division I playoff scenario that you really only have about 16 slots to play with to try to get in if you don't have an automatic bid. And that is a tough scenario for anybody to get in. Jeremy has definitely put a challenge to himself to get the Ice Bears there this year.
Well, I think he inadvertently made that challenge to himself because of his record. But at the same time, you look at other teams and you look at, in fact, the Western Collegiate Hockey League, which some can argue is the toughest league in the ACHA Division I. And if you say why, well, 3 of the last 4 actually champions have come from the Western Collegiate Hockey League, Central Oklahoma twice and Arizona State. And then the team that the Ice Bears got swept to last weekend, Lindenwood, a couple of years ago. So,
yeah, and that is why teams that are 11 and 10 and 2 and teams that are 7 and 14 are still in the top 24 rankings because they beat each other to death in this league. They literally go back and forth, and you never know on a given night who's going to come out on top. So tonight, the Ice Bears want to get back on the winning track. Arizona has a big hill to climb themselves with all their missing star players. It's going to be a wild affair here at Mediacom Ice Park.
It really is, and don't forget that Arizona will be coming in tomorrow, and we will have a couple of good games against the Arizona Sun Devil, or the Wildcats, because not only will they be the number 4 team coming in, but the Ice Bears will have their Slapshot tribute night coming up on Saturday night. We'll talk more about that. That is going to be a lot of fun.
I'm coming as Ogie Oglethorpe.
Are you? That would be great.
I was suspended,
with
but
the
I'm
wig.
back.
Oh, okay, sounds good. Let's join public address announcer Tim Greasy for the starting lineups of Arizona State.
Starting with the Sun Devils, are as follows. Starting forwards, number 14, Austin Ehrlich. Number 16, Andrew Aziz. Number 26, Jake Geely. The two defenders, number 10, Preston Ames. Number 2, Garrett Brown. And in the net tonight for the Sun Devils, number 31, Jake Burkle. The Sun Devils are coached by head coach Chad Bailey. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for your Missouri State Ice Bears. Starting at forward, from St. Louis, Missouri, number 15, Zane O'Brien. The starting center, from Baldwin, Missouri, number 10, Alex Turin. The other forward, from St. Peters, Missouri, number 12, Travis Barrett. Our starting left defender this evening from St. Charles, Missouri, number 11, Brennan Anderson. The right defender from St. Louis, Missouri, welcome number 27, Chris Brown. And our starting Ice Bears goalie tonight from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, number 50, Bailey Stevens. The Bears are coached by head coach Jeremy Law and assistant coach Ryan Armstrong. The referees tonight, Terry Farrar, Artie Woodward, the linesmen, Mark Marzola and Jason Carrera. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to kindly remove your hats and remain standing as we honor our nation, the United States of America. And we invite you to kindly sing along with our national anthem, performed this evening by Brett Dudenhofer.
Our national anthem from Mediacom Ice Park and the Stan Melton Ice Arena. And you know, Dan, you gotta love a fiddle player that can do the national anthem like that.
That's the way to get the evening started here at Mediacom Ice Park. Welcome aboard, everybody, to KBFL, FM 96.9, AM 1060. Along with our watchers on WebSportsRadio.com. Alex Som taking care of our video chores on the internet. If you're looking in from Arizona, welcome aboard for that one. I'm Dan Lee. I'll take the ice to your left tonight. Steve Casson has the ice to your right. That's how you can tell where the puck is if you're listening on KBFL. Let's play hockey on WebSportsRadio.com and KBFL.
Well, the Arizona State Sun Devils are going to start Jack Burkle. Burkle making his first start for Arizona State as they will skate from the right to left. Missouri State will skate from the left to the right, and it would be Alex Torin to come in and take the draw along with Andrew Aziz, and off the draw it'll be ASU with possession of the puck. It'll be slapped all the way down by Austin Elric, but it hits a skate, stays at the line, and comes back the other way. The Ice Bears take it with Turin. He gets it across the line. O'Brien with a drive, and it's partially blocked. Zane O'Brien, 12 goals, 8 assists for him, taken away by ASU and cleared back in the Missouri State zone.
Jay Geely just dumps it in and goes straight to the bench for a quick line change. Here's an interception.
Taken by Travis Barrett. He comes the right side. Barrett all the way down. He gets it behind the net, intercepted from him, taken away by Preston Ames. Doesn't have any goals, but he has 13 assists. Does Ames out of Phoenix, Arizona.
And he'll work it into the left zone as he works around Chris Brown, takes it all the way down into the corner, but right there to head him off is Patrick Johansson. Johansson flips it back to Brown. Brown will swing it around the boards on the end, and it comes back to the near side now as the Ice Bears try to work their way up through the black and gold of Arizona State.
They do it to Andrew Kovacic across the line, and I thought maybe Brendan McClue was offside. They do call it. They didn't call it yet, but McClue I knew was close to being offside, and they do finally do, so the faceoff will come outside the zone. As you heard, Terry Farrar and Hardy Woodward are the referees. Jason Carrera and Mark Marzola are the linesmen, and Carrera is the one that called that one offside. So it's McClue in to take the draw from Alexander Lofink, and McClue will send it in. Stopped by the goaltender Burkle. He'll send it over to the near side boards, goes to Zach Kowalczyk. It's out to center ice. The Ice Bears intercept. Across the line now for Brian Schumacher. Drive in and a save by Burkle. He'll hold on with 18:45 to go in the period, and we'll have a line change for both teams.
Getting off to a quick start here at Mediacom Ice Park. No score. A lot of good end-to-end action right now. 18:45 left in this scoreless first period.
Fans starting to file in here at Mediacom Ice Park. I know it's a Thursday, and they're not used to a Thursday, but they tend to show up a little late here for Thursday hockey games.
Ethan Miller will streak into the zone trying to get to the puck before Bailey Stevens does, but Stevens gets the big wood chopper on it and steers it into the corner. Comes back around to the near corner. Johansson fighting for it there, and they'll put 4 players into the scrum, 2 from each side. Here's a centering pass and a deflection right into the glove of Bailey Stevens. A good job by Stevens to control that one.
Ethan Miller, the one that got that shot off, looking for his first point, the freshman from Phoenix, Arizona. And 1 shot apiece on the scoreboard. Line change for both teams once again.
Alec Guarnero will step in against Austin Davis at the faceoff circle to the Stevens right, and they'll still fight for it. Finally, it comes away to Arizona State as Garrett Amaya gets partial control of it, sends it back out to the point, but it's intercepted on the half board, and the Ice Bears will try to chase it down. Back behind it comes, and here they come up the left wing, Brennan Anderson.
He's going to race free, gets his own tip pass, comes over to Fuller, and it's deflected away. Here comes Shane Thornton with a drive in and a save by Burkle, and I will be corrected. I thought it was Brian Fuller. It's Dan Fuller on the line out of England. So Dan Fuller will be on the line now with Shane Thornton. And it's Fuller with a good forecheck. Sends Preston Ames back deep in his own zone. Lead pass.
All the way down in the middle, faking left and shooting left, and nice save by Bailey Stevens on Austin Ehrlich that time, as Ehrlich broke in through traffic and had a wide open look at it. Now falling down on the play, Arizona State's Hunter Long, and it comes all the way to the near corner. Ice Bears dodge a bullet on that one. Good rush put on that time by Austin Ehrlich. It comes all the way down the other end. This could be an icing call, and it is.
Icing with 17:13 to go in the period. Face-off will come back into the Missouri State end of the ice. Shots are 2 apiece right now.
And they'll come back on the Missouri State end to face this one off. At the face-off circle, one directly by Arizona State. They'll snap off a quick one from the right top side of the slot by Zach Kowalczyk, and it goes wide. It comes to Barrett, and Barrett will come up right wing.
Across the line has Sasha Perron on the right side. Gets it right past Sasha, but a shot in by the Ice Bears. Zane O'Brien tails wide, and the puck is cleared out to center ice. Here comes Barrett. He gloves it down, has to regain possession, but he can't. Cleared back into the Missouri State end of the ice.
Here's Sam Heiserode. He'll work defense with Chris Brown. Heiserode comes around the boards, around the net, now fakes it and goes up to Barrett. Intercepted, taken back in toward the zone, but a nice job defensively by Heiserode to tip it away. Now he'll try to track it down. He'll collide with his man. They go sprawling to the ice. Puck comes loose, comes all the way back behind the net to the near half board. And with 16-18 left here in the first period, we're still looking for a score from either squad as Arizona State comes up with a loose puck, almost centered in front. Again, that was Chris Brown with a nice block to keep it from going to the slot. To the red line it comes. We'll battle at center ice now. Here's O'Brien trying to get things shook loose. He can't get it done. It goes along the boards to the blue line, now into the Missouri State University Ice Bears zone, and a quick change for Arizona State. Working on defense, and another pickoff. Good motion on the defense on the forecheck by Arizona State, but they lose it momentarily.
Goes back to their own line as Blake Olenek gets it over to the right side to Preston Ames. He'll shoot it in, and the Ice Bears will chase.
Chris Brown will try to get to it first. No pressure this time. Now finally some late forechecking pressure being applied by Blake Olenek as the Ice Bears break out with Kovacic.
Leading scorer for the Ice Bears, Andrew Kovacic with it. Centers it right up the middle. It's intercepted defensively by Olenek, and he gets it out to center ice. Just enough to the red line where McClue breaks it up. Now to Kovacic. Cross ice pass too far for Rubin, and we come the other way for ASU right to left.
Guarnero will dump it in, and Alec will try to chase him down himself, but Garrett Amaya will get there first. They pinch it in at the point, but it breaks free. Here's a 2-on-1.
15:08 to go. McClue left side. McClue walks in front. He shoots, and a save. A huge save there by Jack Burkle as the Ice Bears had one of their best opportunities in this hockey game. And coming up big was Burkle on the 2-on-1.
Good chances both ways. Good stops by both goaltenders so far in this contest. Josh Brown for the Sun Devils, and of course Bailey Stevens for the Ice Bears. We've got a good contest tonight.
And off the draw in the ASU zone to go to the near side boards. Now to the point. Johansson can't pick it up, but
here's Jake Geely as he takes it on the near half board. He tries to get to the corner. He's headed off there by Brian Schumacher. It comes all the way back around. Now they're trying to pin it down. Dangerous pass got deflected right in front of the slot, but luckily it comes to the Ice Bears.
Down across the line, right side pass into the middle was broken up as it was intended for Chad Launder. It'll go to the far side, taken away by Austin Ehrlich. Had a great opportunity earlier there at the Bailey Stevens, had to come up big on a break. Now with 14:25 to go, lead pass goes to Ehrlich. He's going to spin around, try to get around Smith. He does, but the Ice Bears have possession.
Sasha Perron will try to work it through the slot, gets it to his teammate on the left side. Here's Anderson on the move.
Brandon Anderson for Missouri State comes down the left side. 6 goals, 10 assists, a drive in, and a save by Burkle. It'll go to the far side. Now Fuller lets it go, broken up, still has it, does Shane Thornton. He'll go to the right side. He shoots, it's blocked in front. Good block down low by Garrett Brown, and we come the other way for Arizona State.
There's Owen Larson trying to break in. He'll give and go. They try to get it back to him, and a nice job by the defense to clog the slot and keep it from getting there.
13:45 remains. It's back down to the Missouri State zone on the pass by Preston Ames into the Missouri State end.
Adam Havner tries to pressure Anderson. He'll have to turn it loose. He tried to get it to Thornton a little too far. It comes outside the zone, though.
Once again, it'll be set up by Ames. Ames on the left side now. He'll shoot it in. Dump and chase for Arizona State.
Alex Smith for the Ice Bears. Can't get to the puck, but he leaves it behind as he is ridden off the play, and the Ice Bears lose it back behind the goal, but thankfully, I don't think Owen Larson really knew that he'd picked that one off. He couldn't find it himself. Here's Turin at his own blue line being pressured by Owen Larson, and now he'll retreat and let the Ice Bears get a quick front line change. They'll work it back the other side. Chris Brown now. We'll see if he can set something up, but there's some nice forechecking and a steal by Alec Guarnero. He tries to center a pass, and Chris Brown has to work hard to get to it and poke it into the corner. Now they'll dice for it right there. Guarnero gets rattled along the boards by Brown, and Chris can't get a stick on the puck, though, and now we're going to get a penalty on the play.
We get a whistle and a stoppage in play. And I don't know, I don't think it's a penalty.
Maybe it's just a hand pass. Might have just been a hand pass. And we're going to go back down the Ice Bears end.
12:45 remaining in the period. No score here at Mediacom Ice Park. Missouri State ranked number 20, and Arizona State ranked number 25.
Turin wins the draw from Guarnero, but it's held in at the point, and Arizona State will take it back as Kowalczyk tries to steer it into the corner. He can't do much with it. Guarnero will pick up the loose change and head for the far side along the half board. Now he tries to cut inside of the referee, and the referee did a good job of defending right there as Guarnero couldn't keep a hold of it, and it came right to the Ice Bears' Alex Smith. He can't clear the zone, though. It comes across the slot on the stick of O'Brien and finally out of the zone.
Backhanded outward, it'll be Hunter Long to get control. Gives it over to the left side, and sending it in is Zach Kowalczyk, but it's intercepted, and spinning around is Guarnero, who had it momentarily, but now it's sent into the Missouri State end.
Garrett Amaya will try to track it down there, but beating him to it is O'Brien, and the 215s will trade it off. O'Brien gets a nice lead pass, but a back pocket pick applied that time by Arizona State. Luckily, the Ice Bears get it back, and here's Turin.
Here comes Alex Turin, has some help with O'Brien. Turin comes down in low, trying to get it to O'Brien, and it's squirting free, so Johansson will let it go. The Ice Bears will get back on side. Arizona State wants to change. They can't do it. Across the line, O'Brien into the ASU zone. Sent down behind the net, taken by Garrett Brown, cleared to the point, but held in. Johansson with a drive. It's deflected to the far side. McClue on the ice now, had his pass intercepted by Brown, and he will clear it high and up and down into the Missouri State end of the ice.
Brian Schumacher will retreat momentarily, give his team a chance to make some changes. Now they come forward, though, surprisingly, on a big center ice hit by Johansson along the near boards, applied on Austin Ehrlich. Ehrlich, though, gets the puck back. He waits at the blue line for his team to get onside. He has to circle back.
It'll come across the line, and ASU will set things up again with Zach Kowalczyk.
He'll give to Brown. Brown on the left side will feed it to Jake Geely. Geely jumps it into the zone. Racing for it there is Austin Davis. He can't get to it before Andrew Aziz does, and it comes out to the blue line. Falling down on the slap shot is Ehrlich, and the off-balance shot results in a turnover, and it'll come out.
Back down into the ASU zone and chased by Blake Olenek. Olenek will bank it off the boards and get it to the red line where it's stopped there by the Ice Bears, chopped at, and now still a battle for it, and it comes across the line to Kovacic. He's fighting for it along the line. Davis is in there to help out, broken up and taken away by Olenek, and he gets it out to center ice, and it's sent right back in, and Arizona State can finally make that line change.
They've been waiting a long time for that one.
Here comes Preston Ames.
Ames cuts through traffic. Gets it by Davis, comes to the right side, feeds it into the zone. Here's a shot by Ames. It comes up high, and it might have been deflected up into the netting. And we'll stop play with 10:02 left here in the first period, halfway through the first stanza. Still no score, and just a 4-3 advantage for Missouri State University on the shots on goal.
Yeah, really not much for either team right now. Both trying to figure out how to get something going. The best scoring opportunity was Ehrlich's when he broke free.
And the Ice Bears had one big opportunity themselves, so it's been a tight-fisted contest so far tonight. Here's a breakout.
Here come the Ice Bears working down the left side and trying to get an opportunity as Lounder. He does get the shot off, and it's held on to by Burkle with 9:47 to go in the period. Fifth shot registered for Missouri State, and we'll have the face-off to the right of Burkle, left as you look at it on Web Sports Radio's live TV.
Lounder, the sophomore out of Hickory, Pennsylvania.
Off the draw, puck sails wide. It'll go to the near side, held in by Brown of Missouri State. Lounder's there at the half boards, and it's broken up and taken away and cleared all the way down by Alexander Lofink.
Sam Heiserode will take it from Bailey's stick and hide behind his own cage here for just a second as he waits for everybody to set up. Now he'll come out to the left-hand side, looks up ice. Now cruises toward the middle. His pass bounces over a stick, and it comes back to Chris Brown just inside his own red line.
Chasing it is Thornton, but it is cleared out to center ice, and the Ice Bears will regroup in their own zone.
Chris Brown almost lost the handle on it, now dumps it ahead.
Across the line as Fuller is there to break it up, but it is momentarily poked out to center ice by Kowalczyk. Ice Bears to reset. No score, 8:56 to go in the period. Puck in on, would have been an icing, but it's held on to by the goaltender Burkle as it came right to him with 8:52 to go and no score here on KBFL, AM 1060 and 96.9. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Steve Casson along with Dan Lee and Alex Somm on Web Sports Radio's live TV. Simulcast for you here from Springfield and the Stan Melton Ice Arena. Torin in to take the draw. He'll win it. Smith with a blast in, and it deflects wide off of Burkle, goes to the near side. Now sent around where it'll be the Ice Bears with possession. Working it is Travis Barrett. Now a drive in as he got it over to Torin, and a big save by Burkle. Barrett again. He shoots. It's tipped in front. Score! And this one may have gone off the defense.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was off the defense or off of Zane O'Brien. I'm going to go with you and say it was off the defense, though.
Well, we'll take a look at it again and see, but I do not know if it went off of a defenseman and into the net. And since O'Brien was there, maybe they'll give it to him. but it was a second effort shot. There's the first shot, and then trying it again, and I'm going to go ahead and give it to O'Brien. Let's catch the call, but I think we'll give it to Zane O'Brien.
As we go back to play, 8:28 left, and a 1-0 first period score in favor of the
Ice Bears goal is scored by number 15, Zane O'Brien. Assisted by number 10, Alex Turin. And number 12, Travis Barrett.
All right, so give the whole line a piece of that action.
For
It's
the Ice
1-0.
Bears, O'Brien from Turin and Barrett. Time of the goal, 11:27.
There's Kovacic on a break now. As he looks in, shoots, and a blocker save by Burkle, and it comes out the other side. Deep into the corner it goes.
Working it now for the Ice Bears as Alex Rubin gets it up to the middle, and a drive off a Kovacic stick is gloved by Burkle. He'll hold on. So the Ice Bears get the goal. We'll take a look at it again as Barrett tries the first one, saved, and then he gets another one, says let's try it again. And it's tipped in. And the Ice Bears take a 1-0 lead.
Face-off comes straight to Burkle off the dot. And we'll try this one again. 7:45 left here in the first period. From a 4-3 advantage on shots on goal, suddenly it has ballooned in Missouri State's favor. 9-3 now the advantage for the Ice Bears on shots on goal, as they have really put on a charge here in the last couple of minutes.
Chorin comes in. He wins it from Lofink. And the Ice Bears have possession. They drop it down in low. O'Brien behind the net. He's checked hard by Kowalchuk. Puck goes to the near side. Intercepted by Lofink out of San Jose, California. The freshman gets it up to center ice, but the Ice Bears intercept. Now Schumacher across the line to Tor. Nice nifty pass to O'Brien, and one pass too many as they tried to get it over to Barrett, but the Ice Bears have it again. Johansson down in low, nobody to the point. Ice Bears realize that. Somebody gets up high, and it's deflected anyway out to center ice all the way down, and the Ice Bears will quickly get it from Bailey Stevens up to center ice and back into the ASU end of the ice. But nothing doing there. Intercepted, sent all the way down. This should be an icing call.
Well, I was going to say that they weren't going to blow that whistle at first, and finally they decide to. 7:03 left first period. 1-0 Missouri State University with the advantage over the Arizona State University Sun Devils.
All three Ice Bears realized that Johansson was coming in and nobody was at the point, so all three backed up and went to the point, which was the opportunity for Arizona State to clear the puck. Heiserot gets a shot from the left side. It sails wide. Now goes down in low. Working it and trying to get an opportunity is Austin Davis. It'll go to the near side and clear it out to center ice. And here comes Adam Havener.
And they'll try to get the puck in. Somebody offside. I think Guarnero came in a little bit ahead of the play, so they'll come back outside the blue line. 6:46 left first period. 1-0 Missouri State University. I'm Dan Lee along with Steve Casson. Glad you could join us tonight on KVFL, FM 96.9, AM 1060. And at the face-off dot, it is won by Guarnero. He'll get it back to Garrett Brown on the draw. Brown tried to feed it right side. Nice pickoff there by Sam Heiserot. He'll get it to Chris Brown, as that defensive pair has done yeoman's work already in this contest. But the puck squirts free from Austin Davis. Arizona had it momentarily. Now they get it out to the Ice Bears.
To Hunter Saunders. He'll have it right side with the drive in down the middle, and it's held on to by Burkle as Saunders gets the shot caught up in Burkle's equipment, and he's finally able to get it free. 6:22 remaining in the period. Shots are 10-3 in favor of Missouri State. They lead 1-0 at 11:27 of the period on Zane O'Brien's 13th of the season. Turin and Barrett with the assist, and that's where we stand right now. Ice Bears come in. Sasha Perron to win the draw. Puck is cleared to the point. Held in, though. Brown cross-ice pass. Thornton shoots, and a save by Burkle. Rebound near side. It'll go to the right point, take it away and cleared out, and Brown is there to just be able to break it up.
Just barely, as in on the play was Jake Geely for Arizona State University. He couldn't quite control it. Here's Sasha Perron.
Gets it across the line to Thornton, but it's taken away from him and cleared the other way by Garrett Amaya.
Breaking down the middle with a shot. A nice pass on the stick of Jake Geely. And Geely fires off a quick one, and Bailey Stevens had it played perfectly, holds it close to the chest, and hangs on. 5:51 left here in the first period. Still 1-0 Missouri State University with the advantage, as we'll go to the right of Bailey Stevens for this face-off. It'll be, I believe it'll be McClue stepping in this time against Andrew Aziz. And McClue wins the draw, but gets pushed down from behind. Don't see an arm up anywhere. And Arizona State will steal the puck back. Back behind it comes Bailey Stevens in a dangerous position, coming out in big traffic to play that from behind his own goal, but it worked, and they get it out of there.
Sent in by the Ice Bears and Alex Rubin. Burkle stops it, stolen by McClue. Ice Bears have possession. McClue up the middle, gets it to Anderson, trying to get better possession of the puck, and he does send it down in low to Rubin. Now to Kovacic, broken up from him by the stick of Lofink, and it's cleared out to center ice.
Interesting, Steve, on that exchange. Both goalies caught out of position behind their own net, one right after the other.
Kovacic's pass is down the middle, broken up nicely by the stick of Kowalchuk. Now it's cleared, but it's held in by Anderson, left side. Anderson shoots, and a blocker save by Burkle. It'll go to the right point. Cleared out to center ice by Owen Larson. He'll have it into the Ice Bear zone.
Larson working on Alex Smith, tries to feed it across. Smith with a good defensive job as Anderson helps out for the Ice Bears. Puck comes out across and to center ice.
Back down into the ASU zone, where it'll be corralled by Preston Ames and cleared across the line into the Missouri State end.
Johansson outraces Adam Habner for it. They'll feed it back on the left side. O'Brien will pick it up for the Ice Bears, and here he comes.
Zane O'Brien, the only goal scorer. It's 1-0 Missouri State. O'Brien down the left side looking for some help. He's being hounded by Brown. Gets it to Johansson of Missouri State. He shoots, tipped in front by Barrett. Rebound in front. Oh, what a save as Turin got it on the left side, and a huge save by Burkle. It should be 2-0. Puck is cleared to the point. Held in by Turin. Tipped in front by Barrett. There was nobody there on the far side. Puck is cleared up high and out and all the way down to the Missouri State end.
Garrett Armaya racing in, and he takes a big crack at it, but Johansson got there first, steered it to the half board. Now down in front it comes as Arizona State tries to find a little bit of room to attack with. Steered off of the puck that time as Garrett Amaya. The Ice Bears get it to the blue line. Into the blue line.
Across the line now, here's Schumacher. He looks for some help, but instead it's taken away, and Arizona State have it in front of their bench, but Schumacher's there to tip it, and it'll be Barrett with it for Missouri State. Barrett tried to go down the middle, and Brown is there to pick it up, the Murrieta, California product for ASU.
Garrett Amaya will jump it in. Quick back line change for Arizona State University, but they still maintain possession in the Ice Bears end of things as it comes back out on the half board on the near side. Now it's flipped up high and out of the zone.
All the way down where it'll be chased by Blake Olenek, and falling down for his efforts is Lounder, but Olenek is able to clear it out to center ice. 3:03 to go in the period, and a 1-0 lead for Missouri State coming up at the first period intermission. We will talk with the athletic trainer for Missouri State, Scott Stegman.
And he's had his work cut out for him the last couple of weeks. Down the middle they come. Arizona State, and a nice job by Chris Brown to disrupt what looked like a perfect pass to Andrew Aziz. But Arizona State manages to get it back and steer it back down into the Ice Bears end. Comes all the way out. This might be an icing call. I don't know.
No, they're going to wave it off. It's too slow with 2:33 to go. Dan, this is a fast-paced first period. We started about 5 after. We're at 7:30 Central Time right now.
And Preston Ames is making it even faster. Puts the moves on. Coming down the slot. Moved to the right and lost an edge on his skate and went down. Twisted his knee kind of awkwardly, but he seems to be okay. Puck comes back out to center ice.
Bouncing puck for Shane Thornton. He picks it up. Thornton right side. Looks for help from Fuller. Thornton still with it. Everybody gets into the play. Here's a shot and tip by Sasha Perron as it came off of the stick of Alex Smith, and Perron was there, but Burkle comes up big. Speaking of saves, let's go back and take a look at the save that Burkle had to make on Turin. The initial drive, and then as Turin picked it up on the left side, he had to come up huge as that left side was wide open.
Yeah, that was just an awesome save by Burkle.
Here's a drive in by Smith, and it's held on to by Burkle.
1:59 left in the first period. 1-0 Missouri State University. Shots on goal 14-4 now in favor of Missouri State.
They're going to kick Sasha Perron out, so Shane Thornton will come in, and he'll try to win the draw from Lofink, and it is won by Arizona State. Held in, though. Kick to the corner by Smith. He shoots right through some traffic, and a save by Burkle. Zach Kowalchuk was skating right through, and Burkle had to make the save with his defenseman right in front of him.
Well, any coach will tell you if you get enough shots on goal, there's going to be enough go in to help win a game. And Jeremy Law has taught his players well to put some pucks in on Burkle tonight. And Burkle so far has stood up fairly well, allowing only 1 out of 15.
Well, and one famous player said 100% of the shots you don't take don't go in. So
that's right.
Gretzky. Now with 140, Wayne Gretzky.
I think he was before my time.
Oh, okay. Puck is there are a lot of things before your time.
Oh, yeah. I'm only, 27? Right? No.
Yeah, that's
Not buying that, right?
Here's Kovacic, went off of his body and out to center ice. The Ice Bears are offside, so they get it cleared. Garrett Brown is at the line, and he will give it over to the right side to Guarnero.
And he's got it all the way deep into the corner, working on Anderson, and Anderson does a great job of stripping him of the puck. It'll come out the other side, and working with it now is Alex Smith. He gets corralled into the corner, taken away. Here's a shot, score! Cruising in on the goal with the puck is Alex Guarnero, and we are tied at 1 as he made a perfect steal. Got the angle on the shot, and a short shot that goes through, and it's 1-1.
And that's always tough when you're leading 1-0, everything going good, but this has been kind of a crutch for Missouri State. They give up a goal late in a period, and this is another one they give up late. This goal
Guarano,
coming at 18:55.
I think it was Guarano. We're going to give it to him a moment for now. Guarnero, excuse me.
First period.
Yeah, he's
the
trying.
Goal for Arizona State, scored by number 11, Alec Guarnero, assisted by number 15, Garrett Amaya.
Yeah, we're all
for the
gonna
Sun
struggle with that
Devils,
name.
Guarnero from Amaya. Time of the goal, 18:51 in the first period.
I'm pretty sure it's Guarano, and we want to try to get that right, but that's a tongue twister.
Well, now Guarnero looks right to me from what I have. Guarnero. Guarnero.
Yeah, Guarnero.
That's his first of the season.
I think I got a better beginning of the game.
With 45 seconds remaining, the puck is cleared out to center. It's a 1-1 hockey game, and the Ice Bears go offside as Turin stopped up just a little bit. 38.7 seconds left in the period. It's a 1-1 game. First goal of the game by Zane O'Brien of Missouri State. After he tries the same move twice, it's finally... well, that's Barrett that tries the same move twice, and it's tipped in by O'Brien.
Turin with a quick backhander, and boy, Burkle really had to scramble to get his glove down on that one as it came in low, and he was off balance, leaning to his right, and managed to get that glove back around and make a nice save with 33 seconds left here in the first period, a 1-1 tie.
Here's a goal by Guarnero. As the Ice Bears, and we talked about it many times, they just give up a late goal in the period, and that's always tough. Meanwhile, as we come back to live action, we're going to get a tripping call.
And it's going to be against the Ice Bears' Alex Turin. Not the way you want to end the period, a good period.
It was a good period for Missouri State, but the only penalty of the game thus far will be assessed to the Ice Bears, and it will go to Turin, and it's a trip.
With just 28 seconds left in the period. So half a minute of power play time for Arizona State right now as they take it back to the left of Bailey Stevens. And on the face-off, it will be won by Arizona State. They'll start up the power play. They've got a little bit of time to work with at the top of the slot. The shot saved by Bailey as he'll hang on after the effort from Preston Ames.
Arizona State on the power play, 19 for 115 opportunities, 16.5%. The Ice Bears on the penalty kill, they've allowed 19 for 89, 78.6%.
We'll try it with McClue this time, working in against Andrew Aziz, same face-off circle. Aziz backs up just a little bit. Now they slap it down, and it comes out to the half. We're 15 seconds left in the period as Arizona State fights each other for the puck. Now they finally get it to Austin Ehrlich. Ehrlich back up top. Pass is knocked down and scooped out of the lane by Chris Brown. Kovacic.
Cleared with 3 seconds to go, and McClue back for some good measure, but that'll do it for the period. The Ice Bears put 16 shots on Jack Burkle. Bailey Stevens faces just 6, but each goaltender has given up a goal, and we are at a 1-1 hockey game after 1 period of play. Back at 11:27, Zane O'Brien is 13th, Turin and Barrett with the assist, and then at 18:55, Alec Guarnero with his first. Amaya with the assist. 1-1 is where we stand right now. The only penalty is ongoing. Turin has 1:31 left in that penalty as he took it with 29 seconds remaining in the period. And that's where we stand right now, a 1-1 hockey game. Missouri State 11-10-2 this season, ranked number 20 in the ACHA Division I poll. And Arizona State, they are 7-14, ranked number 25. And of course, this is a Western Collegiate Hockey League game. Missouri State is fourth with 14 points at 5-7, and sixth is Arizona State at 4-9. So definitely could be some changes there depending on who wins this game.
And we've gotten the evenly matched game we were expecting tonight as well. The only thing that doesn't really match up right now is the Ice Bears with a 16-6 advantage on the shots on goal. But man, what a job Josh Burkle has done in net tonight for Arizona State to keep this thing close.
He's made a couple of huge saves, and you could take a look at a couple of things and say that if it really wasn't for the play of Burkle, that maybe this would be a different hockey game. Let's go back to one of those saves that the Ice Bears had a great opportunity on a shot that was deflected, and Burkle had to come over and deflect it away from Turin, who was waiting to pounce on it on the left side. And if it wasn't for that, this could be a different hockey game. But at this point, it still is a 1-1 affair between these two teams. Now, don't forget, tomorrow the Ice Bears, as Arizona State will go down and play Arkansas for a pair of games. Missouri State will have Arizona here. And tomorrow is going to be a fun game, a great game, because we have number 4 Arizona coming in,
right,
which means a lot as far as the standings go. But on Saturday, it is Slapshot Tribute Night, and boy, oh boy, not only do the first 500 get Hanson Brother glasses, but there's going to be a costume contest. So you're coming as Ogie?
Well, I'm thinking very seriously about it. If I can get the right wig and beard, I think I'll come as Ogie.
You need that wig, you need the...
I need the beard, I need the whole 9 yards.
You need the orange jersey.
Oh, yeah. And if I can find the right tools, I'm going to give it a try.
I'm going to come as Jim Carr.
Okay, all right, I can see that.
So that's going to be one. And boy, was this a great interview. Or what does he say? I think that went very well.
I think that went very well, don't you? Yeah, it ought to be a fun night. Hey, Mr. Stan Milton coming to the broadcast booth today. We got a set of headphones for him, don't we?
We got a few seconds. Yeah, let's throw.
Okay, wait a minute. That's not it.
Throw those there on. And
I forget how to work these things, Stan. You got any idea?
You still forgot how to work them.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. All right. Well,
Stan. How you doing, Stan?
Doing great tonight, Dan. How are you guys?
We're doing pretty good. Well, that was Stan Milton. Thanks for joining us here at the broadcast.
We were just talking.
I just couldn't keep a shutout going the whole period.
Oh, you must have uttered the word somewhere down there.
Yeah.
Well, we were just talking about the fact that on Saturday is going to be Slapshot Tribute Night, and of course I'm going as Jim Carr, the broadcaster.
All right.
You got to be coming as Paul Newman, right?
No, Jeremy.
No, you're going to be Strother Martin's character.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's the character he needs to be. Jeremy Law is going as Reggie Dunlop.
Oh, there we go.
So, that works perfectly.
He's the Newman character.
The player coach, exactly.
Yeah.
So he's going to do that. And Stan, what are you coming as?
It's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to think about that, Steve.
All right.
We need to get Chief Sturts to come in as the chief from the other team that came in at the last game.
We could do that.
We got to get him out here to do that. But I don't think he'd ever wear an enemy uniform, do you? I don't think Chief Sturts would ever do that.
It's going to be fun. And Falstaff's.
And they're doing the movie at Falstaff's on Friday night.
Friday night.
That'll be cool.
We're going to show Slapshot there, so if you want to tune in for that. But you know what? I really have to say goodbye. We have to take a break, and we got an interview to do.
Yes, we do.
Well, thanks, guys, for the short run here. And you guys get us some goals in the second, third period.
Well,
we'll do our best.
We'll do our best, but it's not up to us.
We can flat lie if you want us to, Stan.
My
anything for you.
Taylor Sparks is wanting to get fat. He's wanting to go for Andy.
Oh, that's right.
So he's going for 5 goals tonight.
That's right. If the Ice Bears score 5 goals, it's $1 Andy's. We hope to accommodate.
All right, fellas.
Thanks, Stan.
Good to see you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll take a break and be back with an interview with the Ice Bears trainer Scott Stegman coming up in just a moment. It's 1-1 after 20 minutes of play on KBFL and on Web Sports Radio.
We all love the fajitas. Their margaritas get the crown. Don't forget the quesadillas. It's the best Mexican food in town.
Now your favorite Mexican restaurant is open on Sunday. Yes, Maria's Downtown is open on Sunday. So bring your family and friends and enjoy Mexico with us 7 days a week.
Hold on to your salsa and your chips.
Maria's on South Avenue in downtown Springfield.
We're back at MediaCom iSpark on KBFL and on Web Sports Radio. Steve Casson and Dan Lee. Now talking with Scott Stegman, the athletic trainer for Missouri State. And Scott, I know it's a lot of fun to watch hockey games and be on the bench, and people wonder, who are you? Because you're standing on the bench, and you have this look of a coach. You have a voice of a coach, but that's another thing. No, but obviously you must love what you do, especially with the Ice Bears.
Yeah, I love getting the opportunity to work with the athletes and kind of ensure their safety and health, and it keeps me young being around guys that are so energetic and passionate about the sport they play. So I enjoy being a part of it.
Now, of course, your job is very important. You do a lot of different things, from making sure that they're taped up properly. And the one thing you don't do is make sure that music is played properly, because there's an issue with that. But again, you make sure that they're taped up properly. If they have an issue with, let's just use the back for instance, you'll do some kind of techniques to get that loosened up a little bit. And I'm sure you probably throw in some training tips and stuff for a lot of these players.
I like to come from stretching.
It's okay. We'll just ignore it. I give them some stretching techniques and some release techniques they can do to help prevent them getting risk of a serious injury or anything like that. I like to give them some tips as to stuff they can do in their regular lives to kind of enhance their ability to stay back in the game. And anything from taping up injuries that they've received in the past, or just giving advice on future injuries, I try to do my best to keep them in the game. Now, of course, a lot of the guys enjoy, when I say enjoy, I mean to be able to get a treatment or a massage or something like that prior to a game absolutely is great. I mean, when I played, we didn't have any of that stuff. So what has changed as far as an athletic trainer? Obviously, it's required, but I mean, what has changed as far as sports physiology and psychology to make sure that there's an athletic trainer around?
I feel like it's just the recognition of the new sciences that have come out, finding regarding brain injury and just musculoskeletal injuries, and they see the need for all sports to have it. And kind of, I think, awareness has just been raised for the whole spectrum of athletic training, and it's been very big for sports medicine in a whole.
What got you into sports medicine?
Well, I played sports growing up. I loved being around it, and I always kind of wanted to do something in the medical field. I didn't quite know what that was, and then when it came time to go to college, I found out about athletic training by taking a class in high school that kind of piqued my interest regarding the subject. And I just like being around sports, and I like helping people out and trying to keep them from getting hurt. So, yeah.
We're talking with Scott Stegman, the athletic trainer for Missouri State. Now, one of the things is the ACHA kind of required us to have an athletic trainer, and the way it works is it was best to just go to the school and say, okay, we need an athletic trainer. What made you decide to want to come and treat hockey players? Because I'll tell you what, there's a little thing called the smell, and it's one of the strangest things in any kind of sport. It's unlike any other sport. So what made you decide to come to hockey?
Well, one thing I never experienced in my undergrad, like my clinical sites, I never got to do hockey or anything quite like this. So I figured it was an opportunity to expand my horizons and work with a sport that might see more injuries and more aggressive hits than other ones. So it would give me the experience going forward into the future to have a successful career.
Now, obviously, being in it now for half a season, is it what you expected?
I can't say it's what I expected. There have been a lot of things that have been fairly new to me as a newly acquired athletic trainer, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. I'm having a great time with the guys. I've got to know them pretty well. I've been able to help them and get to know them a little bit, and I'm just happy to be a part of the team.
Now, other sports you've been an athletic trainer for?
Well, I played basketball, so I never really got to cover basketball. So I did football, baseball, softball, track, soccer, men and women's for both of those, and volleyball. So pretty wide array.
And the difference is because if you look at, let's take volleyball for an example, you're there, but you may not be on the sidelines next to the coach or anything like that. Same with football, you're there, but you blend in with everybody. In a sense, really, hockey's the only sport that everybody looks at you and says, there's a guy standing up on the bench, like we said in the open.
Yeah.
Who is that guy? Is he a coach? What is he? And, obviously this is the first year that Missouri State's done this. So do you get recognition? Do people come up to you and say, hey, coach?
Every person that comes up to me and sees me, the jacket doesn't help, but they think I'm a coach, and I've had a few people ask me about coming for a tryout and stuff, and I tell them I have no control over that. You have to talk to somebody else. But yeah, I've had plenty of people mistake me for a coach.
You should probably tell them, hey, no worries about a tryout, but if you need a massage, it's $50, right?
Start leasing out some massages, yeah.
Scott Stegman is joining us, and Scott, like I say, if you were the music guy, we'd have you shut it off right now, but it's okay. Hopefully we'll hear a lot more of that song. That's the Ice Bears goal song in a little bit. But when you kind of grew up playing sports, what made your decision to say, okay, sports medicine is what I want to do?
Well, I saw there was a chance to do medicine like in the clinic and stuff like that and staying away from sports and like the rehab kind of thing. But I found myself recognizing I wanted to work with athletes and I wanted to be out in the sport, involved in it, and kind of be a part of a team because it made me feel like I did when I was playing. So I recognized that it would be much more fun for me to be out there on the field with the players.
Scott Stegman is our athletic trainer for Missouri State, joining us on KBFL and on Web Sports Radio. Your favorite sport, what is it?
Basketball. Yeah, basketball. Hockey's rising, though. The
Is
more
it?
I learn about it.
I was
the more
going
I
to
learn
say.
about it, yeah.
So prior to joining the Ice Bears, did you know anything about hockey?
I did not have a very extensive knowledge, no. There's not a lot of – I'm from mid-Missouri, so right around Jefferson City, there's not a lot of premier hockey going on in that area, so I was never really exposed to it until I got here.
And then now and of course, you're on the bench. You're next to either assistant coach Ryan Armstrong or head coach Jeremy Law, and you're hearing them yell out things hockey-related. And then when you see it happen, so do you kind of put two and two together and say, all right, that's what that means?
Yeah, I'm starting to recognize the tendencies and kind of the plays they run. And I even find myself when I watch hockey at home now too, so when I find myself watching it, I can kind of recognize the plays going on and respect the game a little bit more.
So it's kind of a good thing, and eventually it might get to the point where, and let's ask this first. When you see a specific player go into the boards a certain way or get hit a certain way, are you immediately thinking, okay, there might be a possible injury here, or do you have to see a little bit more of hockey to kind of understand and get an idea of what there might be as far as a potential injury?
Yeah, I always like to assume kind of like the worst case scenario, so I like to be prepared for the worst possible thing that could happen. And then I kind of see how the guy skates after it happens, and I go up and talk to him once they come off the ice and kind of assess what might have gone wrong and what we can do in the future to help him out.
I mean, you talked earlier, and one of the biggest issues is concussions.
Yes.
Anything close to the head, you're looking at it?
Yes.
At least from a really strict view?
Yes, so it's as simple as just kind of monitoring the way they're behaving, if they're acting different from normal, if they have a headache, or if they're feeling dizzy, or if they're sensitive to light. You just got to be susceptible to those things and make sure that you're taking care of the people that need it.
So if they miss a pass, you might think, okay, there's a possibility here. But if they score a goal, you might say, no problem.
Yeah, no.
Scott Stegman joining us on KBFL and on Web Sports Radio, the athletic trainer for Missouri State. Now, you, of course, are our full-time trainer, so you come to all the games. You go to on the road with the team.
I go on the road with the team. I also cover the D3 team, so if one of the teams is home, I stay here while the other team goes on the road. And if both teams have a road game, then it's kind of up to, we see whichever side has an athletic trainer already, and I go to the other one. So
you've been on the road. Let's see, what road trips have you been on?
I've been to Arizona, St. Louis, and Michigan.
Okay, so you did go to the Dearborn trip.
Yes.
Well, that's where a lot of injuries happen.
Yeah.
So you obviously were able to assess them pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm. And it's great to be on site because it's different from having someone get hurt on a road trip and you just hear kind of secondhand what went down. You don't really get a chance to get the full prognosis and see what actually happened.
When you're there, do other teams ask you for help?
Well, usually on road trips they have their own athletic trainer there, so they'll go to them. But if we have a home game and the team doesn't bring an athletic trainer, they'll come to me for help, and I'll do whatever I can to provide care to them.
So I ask this to a lot of the players. I say, what do you want to be when you grow up? We know what you want to do. How much farther do you want to take this past, or do you want to take it past sports?
I think my definite career goal is I've always kind of wanted to work with the Chiefs, Kansas City Chiefs, to be their athletic trainer. So hopefully I can extend that, and maybe I'll change my career goal to the St. Louis Blues someday. We'll see.
Well, yeah, you're learning hockey, right?
Yeah. So
eventually you'll be that guy that you'll say, see that goalie? I trained him. Yeah. Or I worked on him. Or he's a size 32 or something like that. Now, what do you do as far as do you have? Is it a case-by-case basis on players, or do you have kind of a certain way that maybe you'll recommend if they don't know what is going on as far as taping or as far as getting prepared? Do you kind of have a certain idea maybe to start with and say, hey, this is what I recommend, and kind of see how it fits? Or
I kind of like to get the background of what's been going on first, like what led to what's been bothering them, just anything in that perspective kind of in general. And then from there, it's kind of, I see what they want from me, and we kind of work together to hash out the best possible solution to what's been going on and what's been bothering them.
Obviously, a lot of injuries for Missouri State this season. It's been tough. I say this in jest because injuries happen all the time, but we could blame it on the trainer. This is the first year we've had this many injuries, and we have a trainer.
I've had plenty of people tell me that I'm bad luck for injuries, believe me. But I don't know, it's just freak incidents happen, I guess.
Yeah, it is what it is, and it's a good thing is that you're here.
Yeah.
Because, again, this is the first time that the Ice Bears have had a full-time athletic trainer. A lot of the times it was with one of the hospitals, and they were just kind of helping out, and it was not, when I say not a good thing, it was just a situation where they weren't around. They kind of didn't get to know the players. So you now get to know certain players and certain tendencies and certain things that may be bothering them. So on the ice, you can look for those things, right?
And when you have different athletic trainers that are there every other game, you don't really get a consistency that kind of goes with. So they might not know what happened to the guy the previous week. They may not know of something that could be potentially dangerous. So it's nice to get to know the guys and kind of know their tendencies and see the consistency that goes over a couple of weeks.
Well, the Ice Bears hopefully will have more consistency now that they have you on the team. And I know that you have offered, or at least it's been offered to me through you, massages. So one of these days I have a lower back issue. I'm going to take you up on that, right?
Okay.
I don't know who offered me that. Somebody did. I think it was Brendan McClue did.
Oh, probably. Yeah. That wouldn't surprise me.
He of course, the president of the Ice Bears, and he was the one that pretty much recommended you to come on the team, didn't he?
Yes, he was the one that conducted the interview for me and called me up and offered me the spot. So I guess I have him to thank.
It seems like the music's getting louder and louder and louder, but I guess that's time to go.
All right.
Well, Scott Stegman, the athletic trainer for Missouri State, thanks so much for joining us, and it's good to get to know a little bit about you.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back. More hockey coming up on KBFL and on Web Sports Radio.
Now playing at Mediacom Ice Park in Springfield, a new ice age. It's the Missouri State Ice Bears hockey. Now through February, exciting, hard-hitting, fast-paced collegiate hockey, Ice Bears style. Get your advance tickets at Missouri State Tix box offices or call 417-836-7678. Tickets also available at the games. There are no speed limits at Mediacom Ice Park when you see Ice Bears hockey.
It's time to drop the puck on the second period. Here's Dan Lee.
Along with Steve Casson and Alex Somm getting ready for period number 2. The Ice Bears will skate shorthanded for the first minute, 31. The only penalty of the game coming late in the first period in this 1-1 tie. And so the Ice Bears will have to work on their penalty kill abilities here for the next couple of minutes. Alex Somm doing the video work for you if you're watching us tonight on websportsradio.com. And glad you could join us tonight on KBFL 96.9 FM, 1060 AM as the Ice Bears win the draw and move it back into the zone.
Also want to say thanks to, it's either Dwayne Darr or Jeff Boggs keeping us on the air at KBFL. Thanks so much, guys.
Yeah, we do appreciate the work you guys do back there at KBFL.
All the way down into the Missouri State zone now as the Ice Bears will skate from the right to the left and Arizona State from the left to the right. Puck to the far side boards. Owen Larson is there, but it comes out to center ice and regrouped by Preston Ames.
Ames will retreat all the way down into his own zone as he looks at Bell now, and Bell into the contest, tries to put a little forechecking pressure on.
Larson will get it across the line. He looks for some help, nothing doing. Intercepted by Anderson of Missouri State, and he clears it all the way down. Power play has 45 seconds now.
It'll be played by Burkle, and he finally steers it back behind his own goal as Arizona State tries to take their time and set something up here for the last 34 seconds of this power play opportunity. Alexander Lofink will start it up.
He'll have it on the right side now as he gives it over to Owen Larson. Left side comes up the middle, but it's intercepted by Schumacher of Missouri State. Has the puck past McClue all the way down, no icing. 20 seconds left in the power play.
Zach Kowalchuk back to take a stationary puck from behind the net. Now he'll start up the middle and cuts to his left.
He comes right down the middle, and he'll give it to the corner now as it's sent over to Alec Guarnero, and it is saved by Bailey Stevens. He'll hold on. 18:33 remaining in the period. Period number 2 here. It's a 1-1 hockey game. 5 seconds left in the power play. The only penalty of this game, Alex Turin back in the first period with about 30 seconds left. Off the draw, the Ice Bears, Johansson will win it, gets it to the far side. Chasing it is Barrett for Missouri State. Travis Barrett will clear it out to center ice. Barrett, 9 goals, 6 assists for Missouri State. Puck sent right back in, and a delayed offside. So no, it's not a delayed offside. It's going to be the puck.
Yeah, cleared the barrier.
Yeah.
Souvenir for some lucky fans tonight.
So face-off will come at center ice. Torin comes in for Missouri State, and Guarnero will come in for Arizona State, but the Ice Bears will have possession. Sam Heiseroth.
He'll get it to O'Brien. He'll tap it into the zone, but it's taken right back by Zach Kowalchuk, and Arizona State pushes forward.
They'll send it all the way down. Bailey Stevens will sweep it off to the near side. Boards it to go to O'Brien, the only goal scorer for Missouri State. To Turin, off of him and out to center ice and sent right back in. The bouncing puck swiped into the Missouri State zone. Shoved by Turin to the far side, sent all the way to the far side now to Travis Barrett.
Barrett couldn't catch up with it. Garrett Brown for Arizona State does, and he'll feed it back the other direction. A give and go right back to him, tipped into the zone,
where Heiseroth will intercept and get it to at least the red line, where it'll be Turin to take it over. Now to Heiseroth. Ice Bears with 17:36 remaining in this period, tied 1-1. They had a 1-0 lead back at 11:27. Zane O'Brien's 13th, and at 18:55, Alec Guarnero's first.
Barrett broke free across the blue line and snapped off a quick wrister that sailed just above the crossbar on the blocker side of Burkle, and it goes up and back into the end board and back out to the point. Brown will corral it there and push it back into the corner. Chris couldn't do much with it. They'll fight on the half board. Now taken away by Turin. Quick snapper save, rebound, and a good pad save on the rebound by Burkle as it comes to the point on the other side. Turin can't hold it in.
But it's cleared all the way down to the Missouri State zone. This will be an icing call as we are 5-on-5, 16:58 remaining in the period. Just a reminder, you're listening to Missouri State Hockey.
KBFL Springfield, 1060 AM, K245CA Springfield, 96.9 megahertz.
Faceoff will come to the left of Jack Burkle. And the faceoff is won by Missouri State. Quick shot levied by Smith, but it goes wide right. It comes right back to Burkle. He'll hang on. 1-1 hockey game, 16:53 left here in the second period.
Shots are 17-7. We came into the period at 16-6.
And the face-off won by Arizona State, and they'll try to wing it around the boards. It comes off the glass at a funny angle, caught a seam, and went straight back down into the corner. The Ice Bears have it. Heiseroth had it momentarily, couldn't hang on to it. Or that's not Heiseroth, that's Davis. And Austin can't hang on to it. It goes back behind the goal, taken by Arizona State. They'll try to get it up to the point, and they do. Nice quick tap pass ahead, but it's misplayed, and Davis takes it back. On the left side, into the blue line goes Davis. Centering pass out front. Oh, what a save by Burkle, as having his chance that time was Alex Smith, and a quick one-timer, and Burkle somehow managed to put the stick down between the 5-hole pads and make that stop. Here's another shot in close, and Burkle is equal to that task as well. Jack Burkle playing outstanding hockey tonight.
Puck comes out to center ice, taken away by Smith. And Dan, I'm wondering if it was Chad Lounder, 47, that might have gotten that shot.
It might have been. Here's a shot, save, rebound, score, Sasha Perron. Sasha Perron gets the goal on his own rebound effort as the Ice Bears break down low. Arizona State defense nowhere to be seen on that one, and it's 2-1 Ice Bears.
Perron gets his first goal with Missouri State as he's able to poke it in on the second effort rebound past Burkle, and Missouri State has taken a 2-1 lead here in this hockey game in the second period with 15:59 to go. So the Ice Bears in period number 2 on Sasha Perron's first goal of the season. He just joined the Ice Bears after playing last season, and the Ice Bears at 4:01 take the lead.
And we're going to get a well-deserved boarding call on Johansson as he came crashing in on, I believe it was Hunter Long. No, it wasn't Hunter Long. It was Austin Ehrlich. And Ehrlich really did a head dive into the end board because of that. And Johansson will go to the penalty box. And no argument from him there, of course. That one, he knew that he just messed up. He didn't do it intentionally, but he messed up. And he'll go to the box with 15:38 left in the second period. Power play number 2 for Arizona State.
On the power play, just 16.5%. The Ice Bears are 78.6% on the penalty kill. 19 for 89, and they're able to clear it out here. Here comes racing Kovacic as he was looking for a shorthander.
But he couldn't get there before Preston Ames does, and Ames will wait and try to set things up. Still some nice forechecking pressure being applied by Kovacic.
By number 74, Sasha Perron. Assisted by number 5, Dan Fuller. For the Ice Bears, Perron from Fuller.
So that's the call there. As the Ice Bears get the goal, they're going to call it at 4:02. Now the power play for Arizona State has 1:08 to go in it. Puck is taken away by the Ice Bears. They are able to clear it out and all the way down into the Arizona State
zone.
zone.
Burkle is getting pinned in his own corner. Nice try by the Ice Bears to try to keep it pinned down there. But Burkle manages to steer it aside, gets it to Preston Ames. Ames lost it down the middle. It's poked away by McClue. McClue will carry into the corner, trying to take some time off of that clock. He gets double teamed, now triple teamed, still controlling the puck with his skates. And the Blades can't hold it there as it comes back the other direction. Arizona State wasting valuable time on the power play opportunity. Comes on the right wing. Now it's taken by Arizona State.
They'll have it across the line with Zach Kowalchuk leading the charge, but it's broken up by Brendan McClue, and it's cleared all the way down back into the ASU end of the ice. Line change for Missouri State, a short one. 21 seconds left in the power play. Arizona State with possession of the puck. Jack Geely. Geely across the line. Look for a return pass. Gets it in front, and Adam Havener's pass is broken up. Here come the Ice Bears.
McClue is being hounded from behind. He gets shoved from behind, but managed to still carry it as far as the blue line and waste some precious seconds. Now we're back at 5-on-5.
Geely again across the line. Drops it off to Havener. A shot that's blocked into the corner by Anderson of Missouri State. Behind the net. Now work to the far side with 13:25 to go on the period. Shot in. Havener again, and another one that Bailey Stevens did not see. It went up over him and behind the net. Now Havener looks for the pass in front, broken up by Saunders of Missouri State, and Saunders gets it from Schumacher. He clears it out to center ice and all the way down. Icing will be the call.
Yeah, I'm not sure he knew he was back at full strength. He actually got 2 whacks at it there. The first one was intercepted. He got it right back and lifted it high anyway. 13:10 left in the second period, a 2-1 margin for the Missouri State University Ice Bears on the big numbers, and they also own a 20-7 advantage on shots on goal right now. Following the goal by Sasha Perron, off the assist by Dan Fuller, immediately making an impact in his first shift as a forward.
Yeah, he normally plays on defense. Puck is cleared out to center off the draw and sent all the way down into the ASU zone. Ice Bears with a quick line change. Only one on is Anderson. Puck comes across the line in the Missouri State zone. Garrett Amayas, pass intercepted. Here come the Ice Bears. They break a 3-on-2.
Looking on the right side to come in. Barrett gives it back to Turin with a shot, and he missed it just wide to the left. Had him pulled to the left side as you look in and look out from Burkle's position. But Barrett missing just wide right, or rather Turin missing just wide right. At any rate, Arizona State University has the puck back still in their own zone, though, as Chris Brown pinches in on Garrett Amaya. They'll tie it up just inside the blue line, right at the wall. Now Brown takes it away, tries to scoot it along the blue line. Nobody there to receive, and it'll belong to Arizona State's Austin Palumbo.
It'll be cleared all the way down to the Missouri State zone. Brown with 12:16 to go in the period back, and he gives it away. Brown gives it to Ethan Miller. Miller with it, looking for some help in front for ASU. Finds that help, and a shot just sails wide by Long. Rebound off the back of the boards comes through the slot. Left side sent down in low. Spinning around is Miller again. Ethan Miller out of Phoenix, Arizona, looking for his first point. Comes right out in front. Save Stevens. Rebound to the corner as Austin Palumbo is there. Couldn't get it to the open net. Finally, the Ice Bears have it, and a lead pass goes to O'Brien.
O'Brien's got room to work. Skating in on left wing. Takes the shot. Couldn't get the right angle on it. Played well by Burkle. And Jack will hang on with 11:42 left here in the second period. 2-1 Missouri State University with the lead. I'm Dan Lee along with Steve Casson. Glad you could join us tonight here at MediaCom Ice Park, the Stan Milton Ice Arena. As Alex Sam takes care of your video for you online at websportsradio.com. And we're glad you could join us on KBFL 96.9 FM, 1060 AM, as the faceoff is won by the Ice Bears. Working hard for it is Alex Rubin. Rubin almost got a hold of it, couldn't get it done.
Puck sent all the way down into the Missouri State zone, where it'll be Anderson to try to get in there. Now Alex Smith with a high check on Austin Ehrlich. Nothing doing there. Anderson out of his own zone for Missouri State. He's hounded by Geely, and here comes Anderson.
Anderson tries to steer it with his skates. Managed to gain the zone, but that was it. Taken back by the black and gold of Arizona State.
Here come offside, is just inside the zone. Ehrlich couldn't keep his skate along the line, so we'll have an offside with 11:08 to go in the period. And the offside will bring it with a 2-1 lead for Missouri State outside of the Ice Bears' end of the ice.
It's been fast and furious all night long, end-to-end action. The fans are getting their money's worth, I'll tell you that. And fans are still filing in here.
They are. In fact, there's a lot of stuff going on today. There is SYHA, the Springfield Youth Hockey Association. They have a game. They're taking pictures on the West Rink. And there was some ice skaters doing some festivities early on with either an auction or something going on. So a lot of fun stuff happening, and now they've settled in to watch Missouri State hockey.
Schumacher with a nice feed to Davis's, Rubin, as Alex Rubin gets off a shot that's a little bit wide. It comes all the way back into the Ice Bears zone. Johansson with a nice lead pass, gets it inside. Now they'll work it to Justin Bell. Bell with a shot, and his effort is knocked down right on the blue crease that time. And it comes back the other way. Johansson will feed it down low to the slot. Bell takes another whack at it. His stick was impeded by Garrett Brown, and it comes back to the Ice Bears. Into the high part of the zone. Bell with another try. This one sticked aside by Burkle. And it comes to the near corner. 10.5 left here in the second period. A 2-1 Ice Bears lead as Arizona State finally works it out.
Puck is sent to the line. I got to make sure that's Bell. He was not supposed to be in this hockey game.
Well, it's 16.
Well, I know, but it may be another player. We'll have to double check on that.
We'll check it at intermission. In the meantime, the Ice Bears collect the puck up in their own zone. Schumacher, and his lead pass is intercepted. Johansson will try for it. He can't get there. Comes all the way back around to Kovacic as he'll work it back behind his own goal to Schumacher. Schumacher has to spin back around. Now puts the brakes on. Now he starts forward on the left wing. Nice pass through the middle. I believe it's Bell anyway. Bell has the puck, feeds it back. Schumacher cranks it up. This one is knocked down by Adam Havner in close. Back behind the goal. Ice Bears still have it. Working it around to the right side, and a shot comes in from that side, and this time Burkle able to corral it and hang on, and that one came from Dan Fuller. So 9:29 left to go here in the second period. A 2-1 Ice Bears advantage.
Well, I'm still trying to get correction on that. If it is Bell, then that's great for Missouri State.
Face off to the left of Burkle as he looks out at the play, and it's won by Arizona State. Flipped up high, and they've got a break.
It's a 2-on-1. Leading it is Lofink. Tried to pass it behind to Larson, and it goes to the corner. Trying to be held in by Palumbo, but here come the Ice Bears. It's out to center ice.
And it'll be played back to Burkle by his own defense. Burkle will stick it into the near corner. It comes out to the blue line, and Arizona State on the march.
2-on-2 again across the line. Larson, right side, saved by Stevens as he got it over to Palumbo. And Stevens makes a big save there. Ice Bears will have it to Davis. He will clear it out to center ice. Lead pass off a Saunders stick.
It went all the way to the goalie, and now it's steered into the corner, and the Ice Bears will work hard to get there. And getting there is Hunter Saunders. He'll work his way to Smith and back out on the other side. That's not Smith, that's Launder. Chad Launder with it. He snaps it across the slot. It comes all the way to the near side. Now they'll work back into the corner. Back outside. There's a big crank from Smith and a nice save by Burkle. The puck shakes loose and comes out to the blue line, and the Arizona State Sun Devils have it.
They lead Larson 2-on-1. Now left side in front. Save by Stevens as Andrew Aziz got it on the left side, and Stevens comes up big with a huge save.
You can hear it from the crowd, the save of the night for Missouri State University's Bailey Stevens. Couldn't have come at a better time as the Ice Bears try to hang on to a 2-1 advantage with 8:21 left here in the second period. Fantastic save. Well, they're going to chase Sasha Perron and put Thornton into the faceoff circle. Arizona State wins the draw.
They'll have it to the point, looking for a blast in. It's tipped just wide as it initial shot came off of Ames, and it was tipped in front by Geely. Now behind the net. Falling down is the captain, Austin Ehrlich, for ASU to go to the half boards. Held in. Geely, right side, and along the goal line, it's off of the stick of Stevens. Now behind the net, working it again is Ehrlich. Chopping at it for Missouri State is Sasha Perron. Perron newly acquired by the Ice Bears, if you want to say acquired. Here comes a blast in, saves Stevens as it came from down the middle on the shot by Preston Ames.
And that might have even been deflected by Jake Geely, and he still got a hold of it. So a wonderful save again by Stevens. 7:40 left to go here in the second period. A 2-1 Missouri State University advantage. Face off to the left of Bailey Stevens.
Coming in to take the draw will be Alec Guarno and Alex Turin. And off the draw, the Ice Bears win it. Johansson clears it out to center ice in front of the Andes sign, which has 2 Bear scratches in it. Fans will get a $1 Andes sub if the $1 Andes Sunday if the Ice Bears score 5 goals. Here's a blast in, missing high, off the side of the net, and it goes wide after the initial shot by Palumbo. Up the middle again. Johansson breaks it up, gives it to Schumacher. The Ice Bears break a 3-on-2.
There's O'Brien, and Bryan feeds it nice and low to Turin, and he backhands it into the slot, and maybe one pass too many as nobody was there. Turin might have been better off to pull the trigger.
Sent all the way down with 7:02 remaining. We get an icing call, and the face-off will come back into the ASU zone.
24-11, the shots on goal in favor of Missouri State University right now. 2-1, the big score in favor of the Ice Bears over Arizona State University, as we'll go to the left face-off circle, and Alec Guarnero will go in against Turin, and they take a moment to decide the factor, but it comes away to the Ice Bears. Trying to hold it in at the blue line. Good job that time from Garrett Amaya to disrupt the effort and send it outside the zone momentarily, but the Ice Bears dump it right back in. All the way to the near corner, Travis Barrett gets a stick on it, can't control, is taken away by Arizona State.
Puck down into the Missouri State zone. Icing will be the call as it sent.
Well, they're going to wave off the icing.
No, they're going to say it was tipped. So
one official called it, the other one waved it off.
Face off at center ice. They're going to do it at center ice. The official says it was tipped. They made a mistake. So the face off will come at center ice.
That's the way you handle it, though.
Terry Farrar adamant that one official said it was tipped, one didn't.
Yep.
So that's what they're going to do.
And that's the fair way to do it. So we'll go to the center face-off circle as Alex Turin steps back in and against Guarnero one more time. And it's taken by the Ice Bears Schumacher. Turin on the left side. Receives heavy pressure, gets double teamed, has it taken away. But Barrett recuperates, sends it back down the middle. Turin with a loose puck out in front, couldn't stuff it home. It comes out to the right-hand side. Ice Bears get it back underneath. A shot blocked there off of the stick of Bell, or at least we think it's Bell. And down low, and this one gets behind Burkle, but slides through the crease with no effect, and it comes back out to the blue line. Nice backhanded pass to Johansson on the left point. Johansson tries to feed it down low, and O'Brien couldn't get a stick on it. Comes to the right side. Austin Davis scrambles into the corner. He tries to feed a pass through, but it's knocked down by the defense and comes all the way out.
Cleared down, no icing though, as it's on goal, and Stevens will stop it there. Taken away by the Ice Bears defense, and now Chris Brown gets it up to the left side.
Brown on a rare rush, comes all the way in, wants to pull the trigger, can't do it, has to carry behind the goal. Two Arizona State Sun Devils converge on him and take the puck away, but they get guided into the corner as well. Now the puck comes out to center ice, taken back by McClue. McClue fans on it, and here's Arizona State with an opportunity. And they'll go offside. They blow the opportunity, and it'll come back outside. 2-1, Missouri State leads it.
With 5:22 to go in the period, shots 25-11 in favor of Missouri State, but they only lead 2-1. Goals back at 11:27 of the first. Zane O'Brien is 13th. 18:55 of the first. ASU's Alec Guanero his first, and then Sasha Perron is first for Missouri State at 4:02 of the second.
Here's Anderson working in on the left side, drags through, and a great save by Burkle to stop the effort. Oh man, Anderson almost made that one happen, but Burkle equal to the task, and it's still a 2-1 hockey game.
Puck to Smith, he'll have it, give it in. Andrew Kovacic, leading scorer for Missouri State. Kovacic with 15 goals, 10 assists, 25 points.
As McClue tries to track his man down in the corner, Ice Bears trying to get the puck back and stay on the attack, but no, it's taken away by Arizona State.
Across the line, it is good. A pad save as Preston Ames got that shot by Bailey Stevens. That is, made the save. Puck is cleared out to center. And Arizona State right now trailing 2-1, and they have 3 of their top 4 scorers out. Jake Savona, Dylan Ostertag, and Colton Rhodes not playing in this hockey game tonight. In fact, I don't even think they've made the trip.
McClure with a nice outlet pass, but taken away off of the stick of Alex Rubin, and it comes back the other direction. Anderson has it back for the Ice Bears to Rubin. Rubin will sweep it around the boards as the Ice Bears go for a much-needed line change. Puck along the far half board, heads into the slot, poked away by Arizona State. Taken back by Schumacher, though, at the red line. Schumacher works in on left wing, looks across, and fires a little bit wide. It comes all the way to the corner. Kovacic is there to scoop it back up and send it back around to the near boards. They fight for it along the near half board. It's taken there momentarily by Ehrlich, and Ehrlich gets it out of the zone somehow.
And Schumacher will come back and retreat back in the Missouri State zone. Ice Bears skating from the right to the left, that is. Arizona State from the left to the right across your KBFL radio dial.
Nice lead pass up ahead to Hunter Saunders. Saunders feeds it down, loaded. Davis, and Davis gets off a quick snapper, but a nice blocker save that time from Burkle. Now it comes back into the corner. Missouri State University on the attack. They work down low with Chad Lounder behind the net. He'll carry out into the corner. He gets turned back there. Saunders comes in to help out. He can't control, but it goes to the point, and Missouri State manages to hold it in. Austin Davis will try to get over to the near board and gain complete control. Can't get it done as they stack up in the corner. 5 players, now 6 players grouped along that one corner. It comes back on goal. And just to be safe, Burkle's going to put a glove on it. It might have been a little wide, but Burkle stuck a glove out there and hung on because he knew his defense was getting tired and they needed a break.
Well, Dan, I just got confirmation, and I did not know because I talked to head coach Jeremy Law prior to the game, but that is Josh Bell out. Now, he's had a couple of shifts. The key is he cannot close his hand on the puck. Remember, he had a hand issue, and then he also had a shoulder issue. But he is out there, apparently, tonight.
No tougher players on any sport, on any level, than hockey players. I've always maintained that. I will always believe that.
That's why you've never played.
That's why I've never played. You've got that right. Wanted to, just couldn't.
Yeah, you skated. I taught you to skate. You made it a couple of times around the rink.
Yeah, at least 3.
Yeah. Puck sent in as Arizona State goes for a small line change. The Ice Bears will do that too. Stevens out of his own zone gives to Heiseroth for Missouri State. Right to left across the line. 2:22 to go in the period. Puck swept into the ASU zone.
Good hustle from Sasha Perron as he gets into the corner and battles for the puck. He gets it to Thornton. Thornton had it slip off the end of his stick. Dan Fuller couldn't hold it in. And Arizona State has it. Their pocket picked by Thornton. all the way back into their own zone, though, as Thornton tries to find room to negotiate.
And as much as Thornton's moving, Larson is right there on his side, but here come the Ice Bears with Brown.
Chris Brown, nice drop pass to Perron. The shot saved. Rebound, Barrett couldn't get to it in time as it was barely tipped away by Blake Olenek for Arizona State University. Now Brown will go back into the zone. Carries to the faceoff circle, launches a wrist shot up around the shoulder of Burkle, and he puts the glove to it to stop play with 1:42 left here in the second period. 2-1 Missouri State University Ice Bears with the advantage. I'm Dan Lee along with Steve Casson, Alex Som on video if you're watching live on websportsradio.com video. And of course, if you're listening to KBFL FM 96.9 FM, 1060 AM, glad to have you aboard tonight. No better place to be than Ice Bears hockey on a Thursday.
Bouncing puck here, moving is Ehrlich, and he comes in, but the net's been dislodged, no goal. It will be waved off. As coming in was Ehrlich, and he ran into the goaltender. Immediately the official waved it off, says no goal, partially because Ehrlich was the one that ran into the goaltender. And, you know, not necessarily on his own accord. He looked like there might have been a little stick there. That could have been a tripping call. And it was not called.
Steve, are you a little surprised that the shots on goal right now, 28-12 in favor of Missouri State?
Oh, it is a tripping call, Dan.
Oh, they did make the call.
Yes, power play. Goes it for the Arizona State Sun Devils.
This is the third power play opportunity. They have not committed an infraction in this hockey game.
So Smith will get called, and here's a golden opportunity to tie the game up for Arizona State. And Dan, to answer your question, as the puck is cleared all the way down, yes, I am a bit surprised. We're looking at an Arizona State team coming in at 7-14. They have their top 3 of 4 scorers out right now, and it's a 2-1 game with Missouri State leading at least 3-1 in shots. Near side boards to Kovacic, taken by Johansson. He's able to clear it with less than a minute to go. And this is the second time Missouri State has got a penalty late in a period.
Yep, they're going to have to start the third period if nothing else changes. They're going to have to start the third period down a man as well. But they've still got 45 seconds to contend with right here.
Puck sent in and shoved all the way around, goes to the far side. Coming up at the end of the period, we will talk with a man that is not in the lineup for Missouri State. In 2015, he was the Western Collegiate Hockey League Rookie of the Year, and Marshall Gievers. We'll talk to him coming up second period intermission. Now the near side, looking at his Kowalchuk, taken away though and cleared by Bell all the way down.
20 seconds left in the power play. Both teams go for wholesale line changes right here as Arizona State will try to put on one last big rush.
Schumacher at the line with 11 seconds to go, but it's in for Arizona State. A shot sails high and wide off the stick of Havener, and we get a whistle for a stoppage in play. Puck's going to come outside the zone with 5 seconds remaining in the second period.
I'm getting to like this Thursday night hockey deal.
Yeah, it's good stuff, isn't it?
Pretty good. 31 seconds left on the penalty to the Ice Bears' Alex Smith.
Don't forget, we'll have it for you tomorrow on Web Sports Radio at 7 o'clock against Arizona, and then Saturday night, 7 o'clock on KBFL and on Web Sports Radio at 7 o'clock. But meanwhile, off the draw, the time expires for the second period. Still 26 seconds left in Alex Rubin's penalty. Or excuse me, Alex Smith's penalty. Shots on goal in this period. The Ice Bears put 12 on Burkle for a 2-period total of 28. And just 6 on the Ice Bears goaltender, Bailey Stevens, for a 2-period total of 12. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk with the Ice Bears. He's their forward. He's the guy that was the Western Collegiate Hockey League Rookie of the Year a couple of years ago, and he wants to be a coach when he grows up.
Or as they used to say on Bull Week, defender of the meek and all-around good guy.
There you go.
Marshall Gievers. Welcome aboard.
Welcome, Marshall. We'll talk to you in just a second, all right?
Thank you.
All right, we'll take a break. Be back after 40 minutes of play, 2-1 in favor of Missouri State.
Hi, my name's Scott Morris. I own Falstaff's Local. It's the new hockey bar in town. You're missing out if you don't come and watch some Blues games down here. You'll also be able to hear the sound of all the games. We're located between the Hers Building and the movie theater on Park Central West. We have a limited but great menu. We're open for lunch. We are the hockey bar, so come and watch all the hockey games. We're going to cover MSU Ice Bears, the Springfield Express, and we may have some big-time NHL players show up. We are installing a train whistle down here. I think we're the only ones in town that are daring to do that. Please come and see us at Falstaff's The Hockey Bar. Thanks a lot. I will see you soon.
Your best source for awards of any kind is always Bowles Trophy House in Springfield. Trophies, plaques, medals, gifts, ribbons, and more. You get top quality and great service at Bowles Trophy House, serving Springfield and Southwest Missouri for over 40 years. Call them at 417-869-8720.
And if you need embroidery work done, logos, digitizing, and more, come to Banners and Brainstorms in Bowles Trophy House at 601 South Kimbrough.
Back to Mediacom Ice Park, Steve Casson, Dan Lee, Alex Somm on KBFL and on Web Sports Radio.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's been here enough times. He starts working his own sliders.
Yeah, well, Marshall has been on with me in your absence, Dan, for good 15, 16 games. So
that's right. I think that with all the injuries that I've had, I've spent more time in the up here than I have on the ice.
You have, and that's what makes you qualified now to be able to talk about the Ice Bears and this period, and you can definitely correct us if you think we're wrong, but at this point, Missouri State is relatively, it's been a good game, but Missouri State is actually lucky to be up 2-1. I don't want to use the word lucky, but let's just say that they, by taking penalties late in a period, they have allowed Arizona State to stay in this hockey game.
We've let them hang around, that's for sure. I think that other than that, we're controlling the play really well. I think that other than the penalties, we've had a few mistakes that have resulted in good scoring chances for them. But other than that, I think the first 5 minutes of the first period was a little rough. And then since then, it's been clean is the word that I want to use. We've had clean breakouts, clean entries into the zone, and it's been we just got to cut out those few mistakes, and I feel like we're dominating the game, and we just haven't put the game out of reach yet.
That's what I meant by that. I didn't want to use the word lucky or disparage Arizona State at all. They have been playing a great game, and their goaltender, Jack Burkle, outstanding. He has kept this Sun Devil team in this hockey game right now with his play, and you can't ask any more from him right now. But at the same time, you look at Arizona State. We've said this with the amount of players that have made the trip right now. Jake Savona out leading scorer, 12 and 10 for 22. Dylan Ostertag, when I say out, they haven't made the trip, 5 and 16 for 21. And Colton Rhodes, 3-11 for 14. And Ehrlich, the only guy right now who's actually been figured in this game right now with the break that he had early on that Stevens had to make a save on. He has 5-11 for 16. So when you're such a shorthanded team as Arizona State and you're still right now down 2-1 after 40 minutes of play, there's nothing else that can be said. They're doing what they need to do.
Yeah, and I think that we felt that way last weekend. We came out of the second period against Lindenwood missing Kovacic, Bell, and Turin, and it was 4-3. I mean, we felt like we were in that game. You know, so I think that they're in a good spot for missing all those people.
Well, we're talking about it. Are you surprised to see Bell back in action tonight?
I'm surprised to see a few of them back in action, but
well, apparently he's just being played on the penalty kill, and honestly, really can't take any hits right now.
Yeah.
So if anybody's listening from Arizona State,
don't.
No,
Get
on the iPhone and call a coach right now.
Yeah, don't call coach.
No, and honestly, I'm surprised. I don't know if we've had power plays or if I'm just not paying attention enough.
No, we have not had any. It's all been Missouri State penalties.
That's what I was gonna guess that Beller will show up on the power play if we get a chance for that.
But again, better 3 penalties in 2 periods than 30 penalties in a game.
Yeah, true. Or 50 minutes in penalties. But yeah, it's been a difference for Missouri State this season right now. Coming into today's game, we talked about this: 283 penalties. That's it. When I say that's it, this same time last year, we're talking over 500.
Yeah. Hey, one of the surprises, nice surprises for me tonight is the line with Dan Fuller and Sasha Perron. They're doing a great job out there, and they never really worked together.
Right, and I think we picked up Sasha because of injuries, and he looks good. I mean, I think that he fits in well. The play that he had to score the goal was just, it was really hard working. It was a lot of grit. That's the kind of player he is, and I think he did a really good job accentuating that.
And that was a perfect play by Fuller to get it to him, too.
Yeah.
And that's what you want when you acquire a player. You want him right off to make an impact, and that's what he did.
Yep.
In fact, I would say that's the difference in the game right now, honestly. So,
yeah.
Yeah, and this team is flying around right now. They're using good teamwork. I think maybe I've seen one too many passes on occasion. It looks like a couple of times the Ice Bears could have had a good opportunity, and they look for one too many passes.
Yeah, I think that one of them that you're thinking of is we had one down at this end. The one I'm thinking of is Turin.
Okay.
We had a 3-on-2, and he looked like or maybe it was a 3-on-1. He looked like he had a good shot, and they started to collapse on him, and he threw it back and tried to get it to O'Brien down at the other end. And I'm sure that afterwards he thought to himself, yeah, I should have shot that. But
woulda, shoulda, coulda.
Well, yeah. I fall prey to that so much, and the thing is that if that pass gets through, and whoever it is on the other end of that has got an empty net every time.
Right.
And if that pass gets through, again, that's the main thing. If it gets through, that's an amazing play, and that'll make the highlight reels for months. Yeah, it's going to be one of the top 10 plays. If it doesn't go through, then you think, man, I should have shot that for sure.
I think one of the other things that the Ice Bears are doing too, aside from the too many passes, is a lot of passes up the middle. There's bodies there, there's sticks there, and really not being patient, but trying to find that guy. Missouri State is getting guys down the middle, where they are, which is a good thing. But at the same time, those passes aren't connecting, and a couple of times, if you do that, there could be a break, and
I think we ended up with that a couple times. There was a 3-on-1 with Kovacic back.
Yeah.
They went off sides. Thank God. Not that I don't have confidence in Kovacic, but I'd rather see an actual defenseman back there.
If Anderson was there, you'd be okay.
Yeah, but that was one of those. I think that we ended up with a pass up the middle, and Kovacic was back.
Okay, now one of the biggest questions that I have to ask you, and you're going to have to think very, very thoughtfully here.
Might be rough.
Saturday night, Slapshot Tribute night. Who are you going as?
I haven't really thought about that enough.
No, he's got to be the guy that gets naked at the end of the movie. Skates around in his jock strap. That's got to be Gibbs right there.
I mean, I'm not a fighter, so I guess that would be me, but...
leave it to Dan to figure that one out. But,
well, everybody's got a place in this world. I'm sure he can handle it.
Yeah, I think you might be thinking of Mystery Alaska and the goaltender that has to skate.
No.
I know. Okay.
They did it in Mystery too. The guy had to serve a penalty from his own teammates, and he slid down into
for
the
revealing secrets. But no, now the coach, of course, is Reg Dunlop is taken. Jeremy Law, head coach of the Ice Bears, is going to do that, and I'm going to go as Jim Carr, the broadcaster.
Well, I can't be one of the Hansons. I'm not scary enough for that.
Yeah. No.
Maybe I'm weird enough, but not.
Well, you don't have the long hair anymore.
I'm wishy-washing back and forth between Ogie Oglethorpe and the big chief on the bad guys team. I can't remember what his name was, Thunderstick or whatever his name was.
Yeah, that might work.
Yeah, I like that. I was thinking about that, but I don't know for sure. I don't know. I'll figure it out by then.
Well, I think this interview went very well.
Let's put the foil on, guys. Let's go.
No, but it's going to be a lot of fun, and you really have to thank Dr. Ben Goss's entertainment management class, because they were given the Ice Bears as well. The Ice Bears came in and said, yeah, you can promote a night if you'd like to, pick your poison, so to speak, and they picked Slapshot Tribute Night, and they are going to be putting it on. It's all really them. They are going to be doing everything. We're going to have jerseys. Have you seen the jerseys?
I have.
Chiefs jerseys that the Ice Bears are going to wear in warm-ups. They will be sold for $50 each.
I'm getting mine.
No.
I'm definitely getting mine too.
Now I know Jeremy's coming as the lead character, the coach. Paul Newman's character. But is he coming in a
Rich Dunlop, yeah.
Yeah, Rich Dunlop. Is he coming in a Chiefs uniform, or is he coming in the leisure suit?
Oh no,
the
it's the leisure suit.
It's the leisure suit.
Oh yes.
Oh my goodness, do they still make those?
With the leather coat and all that. Yes,
oh my goodness.
For sure.
He's wearing that on the bench,
I can't wait to
right?
see that. Huh?
He's got to wear that on the bench, right?
Oh, he's got to wear it all over town that night. That's all there is to it. And we're going to go over and watch the movie, I guess, after the hockey game. We're going to go watch the movie somewhere. Isn't that what's happening?
At Falstaff's, that's right. Friday night at Falstaff's. If folks are around and you want to come on over, we're going to have the game for you. The movie for you right after the hockey game.
Greatest hockey movie of all time. I'm sorry, Mystery was good, but what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, classic Mighty Ducks. Even though, you go back and watch Mighty Ducks, that's not even a hockey movie.
Yeah, well, Miracle was good too. Miracle had its own merits, but as far as a comedy, you got to go with Slapshot. It's just too good. Oh my goodness! There's we're just getting a picture of the leisure suit right now. Jeremy in his leisure suit. That
looks pretty good.
That's classic.
It's going to be nice, but all sorts of fun. And one of the things that I mentioned to Dr. Goss is I said, if you want to promote all of our events, you can come on and do it, because this has been first-class promotion by the students and of Missouri State's entertainment management class, and it's been wonderful. But can't wait for that. They're going to have all sorts of throwouts, and there's beanies Chiefs beanies that you can buy for $15. The jerseys are $50. It is going to be fun. So again, folks that are listening on KBFL, we'll have the game for you. Also, folks on Web Sports Radio will be able to see what is going on that night. A lot of fun on Saturday. But let's get back to this hockey game.
One more question. I got one more question. Yeah. Who on the Ice Bears would you pick to be the Hanson brothers?
Ooh. Oh, well,
I think that's a better question for last year.
Last year would have been easier.
Yeah. Let's see. Ryan Hoagland had long hair.
Yeah.
Hoagland, Bobby, and who else?
Oh yeah.
Bobby Brown had long hair.
He didn't have long hair, but he fits
he would have made a good Hanson brother.
Yeah,
sure, because he's so tall.
Yeah,
and tough. Yeah,
and tough.
Oh no. Well, that's last year. Who would you pick
I don't
this
know.
year?
This year's hard.
It is kind of a tough question.
And Shane Thornton had long hair, but that's not anymore. So.
Thornton still got it pretty long. Heisey cut it though.
Yeah.
Heisey would have been one that I picked. He's tough too.
Yeah. And just for his playing style, I would pick McClue. I would throw him in there just for his playing style.
McClue is pretty bruisery, but he's not.
That's a new word, bruisery. I like that.
Bruisery. I like this guy. Wow.
But I could see it. He wasn't my first choice, or like the first person that came to mind, but with how I like the word bruiser. He is a bruiser. Perron too.
Yeah, Perron
fits
would be
in that
good.
Same bruiser category.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good choices right there. Okay, now getting back to this hockey game, we do have to talk about this night in some degree.
A little bit.
What do the Ice Bears have to do to hang on to this contest and make sure it comes home a winner?
Honestly, I feel like we need to do this just about the same thing. We need to crash the net a little bit more. I feel like there's been a couple rebounds that we've passed up. I think you hit the nail on the head with we're making that one too many passes. Just get some shots and then again crash the net. But I feel like we're doing everything right. If you look at the shots, I feel like that's the telling point of the game. We're doubling their shots, almost triple. We've played a really offensive. The word that I want to use is clean.
Yeah, it really has been, with the exception of the 3 penalties that the Ice Bears took, and one of them had to be. You look at the last penalty, or actually the second penalty that Johansson took. He had to take that penalty.
Yeah, that was a good penalty.
Other than that, you could kind of question Turin's a little bit. And
the other thing that I want on Johansson's penalty was he hit the guy like it was kind of from behind, and that's why he got the call. And he knew it right away. He didn't argue with the ref. He even went and checked on whoever he hit. I don't remember who it was, and asked him to make sure he was okay. Like that's the kind of class I like to see.
Well, he's a Swedish player from Sarunda, Sweden, so he's class all the way, right?
That's true.
That's the way it works. But as we're talking with Marshall Gevers, who of course I know you want to be out on the ice, and what's your time now?
Day to day. I want to say day to day, but that day to day can last for weeks with a concussion.
So you do have that upper body injury.
Yeah.
Now, so you have to be completely symptom-free.
Yeah.
And for 7 days, correct?
I don't know how long it is. Once we get symptom-free, then they'll put me back on the ice for non-contact and hope that no symptoms return.
Which means you'll be the guy playing on the power play with don't get hit, right?
Yeah. Now let's turn this question, and we just answered a minute ago. You just answered. Let's turn it around the other direction. This is going to be a little bit tougher for you.
What does
Arizona State? Yeah. What does Arizona State have to do to get back in this game?
I think that they need to have a stronger forecheck. I think they're giving us a little bit too much time and respect in our defensive zone to get out. And, I mean, Anderson does that. Anderson commands respect with the puck. Shuey commands respect. There's a lot of our defense that really do. So put pressure on them, make sure that we can't get a clean exit out of the zone. The way that I would do it would be to rotate a defenseman down onto our winger who's getting the puck and have the high forward come back out so you still have two guys back. But at that point, you're causing a battle on the wall, and you know that we're just going to chip it.
And it's okay for us to talk about this, because I'll tell you one thing. Josh Brown knows this already.
Oh, yeah.
Head coach of the Arizona State University Sun Devils.
And how difficult is it right now playing with such a short bench and with your top scorers out?
See,
that changes your philosophy a little bit.
That's really the thing that I'd be worried about if I was Arizona, and that's because whenever we were missing Covey, Bell, and Turin, I was curious as to where all our scoring was coming from, because that was one of the issues that we were having just in general, even with them in the lineup, was we didn't have a whole lot of, I don't know how to say it, we weren't scoring a whole lot, you know? And when we did, it was very spread out, you know? So
it turned out really the second line of Bratton, Barrett, and O'Brien ended up picking up.
Well, and then Bratton was out too.
Yeah.
So, you know, and I think that part of that was we're missing chemistry. Once you take one, I mean, that line works together so well.
Yeah.
And I love to watch them play. But taking Bratton out of it, they're missing something. They're missing a part of their identity. And I can't wait till Bratton comes back to really complete that line again.
And to use another term from another movie, this one being Miracle, I equated them to the Coneheads. They were the Conehead line.
Yeah.
You know, they knew where each other was on the ice, and everything fit, and it was good to go.
And you know, I feel like on other lines, you see people, they're very stagnant and static, where whenever you watch them through the neutral zone, you think, well, O'Brien's the left winger, he should be on the left side, and he's swooping through the middle for some, I don't know what reason, but it always works out for them. You know, that's how they play.
And that's similar as we turn it on to Arizona State. What are they going to have to do? And really, it's try to play through whatever lines that head coach Josh Brown has put together and figure out how to make it work. So far, they have. They're still in this hockey game. It's only 2-1.
And that's the thing that I'd say if I was ASU is that we're still in it. We need one lucky bounce, and then the game's tied, and anything can happen.
And how important was Jack Burkle when Alex Chorin had a wide open left side, a left face-off circle, and Burkle slid across. He knew he wasn't going to get there to make a good save, so he just threw his body in front, and it went off of his body and went wide. But, you know, you can't say anymore. When you get good goaltending, it changes the way the hockey team plays.
Yeah, and I think that Burkle's been a huge reason why they're still in the game. And I don't feel like they're missing momentum. You know, I feel like sometimes whenever you get down and the play's being dominated against you, you feel like, we got to go out there for the third period, and it's just going to be can't say that. It's going to be rough. Like, I just want to go home now, but I don't feel like that's the feeling that would come out of ASU right now.
Marshall,
I feel like
always mixed emotions about seeing you. We'd love to have you in the broadcast booth, but we'd rather see you on the ice. Thanks for coming up, buddy.
Thank you, guys.
Cut you off, but we got some hockey.
No, I know.
Thank you, guys.
Marshall Gevers joining us here, the 2015 Western Collegiate Hockey League Rookie of the Year, and the reason we bring him up is because much like his dad, he wants to be a coach, and he does have that coaching philosophy. Meanwhile, the Ice Bears are on the ice, so are the Arizona State Wildcats, and we're just about ready for period. No, did I say the Wildcats? It's the Sun Devils. Sorry, the Wildcats of Arizona are tomorrow.
Yeah, we've talked too much about the upcoming games.
Yeah, but it is Missouri State now skating from
I think we could turn the music down just a bit.
Yeah,
Thank
really.
you.
From the left to the right, and from the right to the left, it's Arizona State. Yeah, that'll be fixed over Christmas. But meanwhile, here comes the Sun Devils' Garrett Brown into the zone.
And they've got 14 seconds left on a power play to start this period as they trail 2-1. They'll start it with Garrett Brown at center ice. He works it up toward the middle to Andrew Aziz. It's taken away there by Bell.
Cleared out to Preston Ames, and he'll give it over to Garrett Brown out of Murrieta, California. Sends it over to the corner and back down to the Missouri State zone. Power play has expired.
And Bell will play it back behind. Tried to get it back as he left a pass. Well, and now that's Bell. I got my numbers confused there. That was Turin and Bell working together. Now Bell with the outlet pass.
Tried to get it over to Turin, broken up, or make that Schumacher. It's broken up.
And a shot comes up and deflected high over the goal, off the back glass. Comes out to the blue line. Kovacic with a nifty move.
So the Ice Bears reunite the line of Josh Bell, Andrew Turin, or make that Alex Turin and Andrew Kovacic. We'll see what this line does.
Well, at the moment, they gave up the puck. Owen Larson will steer it back into the corner for Arizona State. Now taken away by Turin. Turin with a nice toe drag, gets around one man, skates by two.
Puck sent all the way down with 18:44 to go in the period. It'll be carried into the near side boards. Ice Bears with a line change. It's still a 2-1 hockey game in favor of Missouri State. Puck comes out to Barrett of the Ice Bears, back in his own zone. Barrett will pick it up. He'll go to the left side, 3-on-2, and he dropped it back to Turin offside.
Well, it was kind of poked back a little bit by Blake Olenik's good defensive work. So here we go, 2-1, Missouri State University. We're back at full strength.
18:28 remaining in the period. We come into this period, shots 28-12. That's where we are right now. No team has put a shot on net in this period. It's 2-1 in favor of Missouri State. Zane O'Brien's 13th in the first period. Alec Guarnero, his first for ASU, and then for Missouri State, Sasha Perron, his first, newly acquired from the Ice Bears. Here comes Turin. He shoots in and a save. Burkle rebound, and the defense will pick it up. And it'll go to the corner for Preston Ames. Ames lost the puck. Ice Bears had it momentarily, but swept away, and Owen Larson will pick it up, but the Ice Bears will regroup and send it back down to the ASU end. 18 minutes remaining in the period. Ice Bears with a quick line change. O'Brien with a opportunity to send it up the middle. The Ice Bears have it again. A puck is stolen by McClue, trying to get it over to Barrett behind the net. Barrett with it again, sends it up the middle, and it gets deflected. Now to McClue with it for the Ice Bears. McClue down the middle. He has room. He shoots up high, and he missed just high. McClue picks up his own rebound. Nice move as he gets around the stick check of Ames. McClue with it up the middle. A blast by Anderson, and it was deflected. A delayed penalty. Ice Bears get the goaltender out, and a slashing call. So Missouri State will go on the power play. It's a slashing call against Arizona State, and Hunter Long will go in.
But you know what? That slashing call probably saved a goal, because wide open out in front, the Ice Bears had a golden opportunity, and if he hadn't thrown the stick across and made him miss that shot, that net was wide open. So that's what you call a good penalty for Arizona State University. They're first of the game.
On the penalty kill, the Sun Devils are 79.8%. Ice Bears on the power play 22.2%. They were as much as almost 30, but the Ice Bears have been struggling lately. Now they have it again to Turin, left face-off dot. He likes that area. Turin had it and he lost it. It's out to center ice, and the Ice Bears will chase actually.
Brendan Anderson will go all the way back behind his own goal to scoop this one up. Big line change that time for Arizona State University on the PK. Kovacic lost it momentarily. Nice work to get it back, though, is Anderson.
Too far for Bell. Icing will be the call. So the Ice Bears with 17:01 to go in the period, leading 2-1. Will have the icing, bring it back into their own zone. That's a little tough for Missouri State.
Yeah, and that's going to hurt them even further, because now another line change for Arizona State University. The Ice Bears unable to change lines, so now Arizona State's had two line changes with the Ice Bears trapped with the same 5 players as they go back to work at the face-off circle to the left of Bailey Stevens, and Turin does a good job to win the draw and get it to Anderson. Brennan Anderson will stand behind his own goal, let his team set up a little bit. Now they'll work it up on the right wing to Bell.
Cross ice, or drop back, that is, to Kovacic across the line into the ASU zone, sends it to Bell. He will work it now with 16:43 to go and 109 remaining in the power play. Bell along the line, keeps it onside. Bell still with it. Bell waits, passes up in the middle to Kovacic, and it goes wide. But the Ice Bears regain control to Turin. Drops it down low to Bell. Couldn't get it, but he lets it go. Brown will come in to step in for Missouri State. Right point. from Kovacic. Cross-ice pass in front. Bell tried to get the backhander. It gets deflected wide as Anderson got the cross-ice pass on the shot, and Bell right in front for the rebound after Burkle made the save, but the Ice Bears have it cleared. 39 seconds remaining. Missouri State out of their own zone, left to right. Kovacic across the line in the zone. He shoots and he just missed wide. Kovacic to pick up his own rebound off the back of the boards. Now it goes to Schumacher, left side, right side. Johansson sends it high to Kovacic, down to Bell. He'll crisscross. 24 seconds to go. At the half boards, Bell gets it to Schumacher. Spins around at the point, now to Bell. Bell to the right side. Bell looks ahead. Says to Kovacic, yep, go ahead, get behind the net. Kovacic does. Up in front, Torin, and he missed it. And Bell, as he missed the shot going wide, it's cleared all the way down. Good movement by the Ice Bears, and you could see the way they shook their head. Yes, do this, do that. And the Ice Bears almost had an opportunity, but the power play is expired. Here comes Barrett racing ahead, 1-on-2. Barrett tries to get into the zone, goes behind the net, centers it right up the middle. It's intercepted, taken away, and picked up by ASU's Ethan Miller. He'll come out to center ice.
Guarnero will take it from there as he heads into the zone, gets it to the back board. Johansson can't trap it there for the Ice Bears. It comes out on the wing, and the Ice Bears have some room.
They'll work with it with Torin across the line. Now to Barrett. Barrett in front to Torin, tipped in front. Oh, and he tried to get it over to the side to O'Brien, but it was a little bit too high and went past his stick as the Ice Bears had an open net. They go to the near side to the Ice Bears. It's cleared all the way down past Smith and back to the Missouri State zone. No icing.
Played there by Bailey Stevens. He'll leave it back behind the goal, and the Ice Bears will see what they can set up here.
14:46 remaining in the period. 2-1 Missouri State. Steve Casson, Dan Lee, Alex Som on KBFL and on Web Sports Radio. Here's a shot by Anderson, misses wide. Burkle reached at it, didn't get possession of the puck. It'll be cleared and go all the way down for Smith, and no icing again.
Well, I thought that should have been, but anyway, it'll come back to the Ice Bears as Smith will wing it around the boards. Tries to go out the side. It gets knocked down momentarily. Now the Ice Bears get it kind of mashed up in their skates, and it comes away to Arizona State. Centering pass, and a nice job by Anderson to get there in time for the Ice Bears and knock that one aside. On the near half board, he'll go cross ice, and here come the Ice Bears.
With Alex Smith and McClue waiting. Smith across the line, the defenseman. McClue, now as Alex Smith gets a shot off the side of the net, it'll go to the corner. To the point, nobody there, but it takes a weird bounce and stays in, down low by O'Brien. Now to Smith, or make that the Ice Bears defenseman Chris Brown, and he gets blockered up into the corner by Burkle, and it's a souvenir for a fan, so the face-off with a new hockey puck will come to the right of Burkle.
Time moving along, 13:52 left here in the third stanza. 2-1, the Ice Bears with the lead. And 30-12 shots on goal for the Ice Bears.
McClue and Aziz will win it for Arizona State. Gets it to the corner, it's out to center ice, goes to Ehrlich, and he'll send it into the Missouri State zone.
Chris Brown tries to get it ahead to Rubin. Rubin has it.
Here comes Alex Rubin along with McClue, stays on line. Rubin shoots, it goes up high. Burkle jumped, but he didn't make the save. It goes to the point, now to Brown. Tipped right in front. Burkle comes out, and he gets it with authority off the glass, and it's out to center ice.
And Arizona State had an opportunity there, but just beyond the outreach stick of Andrew Aziz, and now the play goes offside as the bad pass messed up their timing. And it'll come back outside the blue line. 2-1. Missouri State University with the advantage over Arizona State University. Number 21 versus 25.
Burkle getting a little pesky right there, Dan, as he made the save and just with authority cleared it away. Telling his players, come on, let's get something going. Ice Bears have it off the draw. Launder will send it all the way down in. Launder gets checked into the corner, now sends it to the far side. It'll be bounced around there where it'll be Aziz to clear it out to center ice for the Ice, and the Ice Bears will intercept. Here comes offside as Saunders was offside as Brown carried it in. So the offside with 13:05 to go in the third period, and a 2-1 Missouri State lead will be just outside the attacking zone for Arizona State. Ice Bears will bring in Austin Davis, and off the draw, Davis wins it from Guarnero, but Guarnero has it back in his own zone. Possession for ASU all the way down, and Burkle will stop it there. Gives it off to his defense, moved into the corner for Havner. Gives it off to Preston Ames of Phoenix, Arizona. Lead pass intercepted by Missouri State. 12:46 to go in the period. Davis with a lead pass now to Saunders, left side. He shoots, it's blocked in front. Saunders to the right, picks up his own rebound. He gets hit hard into the corner by Ames. Saunders is there. It's taken away, and Ames is able to clear it out to center ice.
No icing is back quickly to retrieve the puck is Brian Schumacher, and he'll stand behind his own goal, try to ring out something to do with it. Finally comes to the right side to Perron.
Sasha Perron across the line looking for some help. Backhanded the pass, but it's Olenek to break it up, and here comes a 2-on-2 for Arizona State.
Garrett Amaya gets met at the blue line. The puck taken away by Thornton.
Here comes Thornton right side. He shoots in a big save, and an Ice Bear scores, but that doesn't count. Dan Fuller into the net, and we get a whistle. And there's no line change now apparently for Missouri State because of that stoppage.
31-12 shots on goal, but only a 2-1 advantage for Missouri State University.
Well, the referee says better of it. He says you can go ahead and change now.
Yeah, I think he was kind of forced into the net, and I think they got this call right.
Well, what he didn't want to do is he didn't want to have both teams change at the same time. So Arizona State made the first change. Missouri State able to do the second one. It's Turin on the ice now with Bonero of ASU, and Ice Bears win it as Turin does. Comes to the near side after Anderson sends it down in low. Spinning around is Preston Ames out of Phoenix, the senior. Has 13 assists, looking for his first goal this season. Puck cleared to the left side to Amaya.
Amaya gets men at the blue line as the Ice Bears do a good job of stacking it up there, and it comes free. Turin will chase it down behind his own goal, has to put the brakes on and make a sharp turn, gets it out to the blue line. Anderson with a nice move, gets it across the red line.
Now here's O'Brien as he lost it. It will be Alex Smith to flip it right back in.
Line changes for the Ice Bears.
Down in low, 11:22 to go in the period. Up the middle, and Barrett got a shot, but it's blocked in front, taken away by Long, and it's cleared to center ice, and Owen Larson had it. Briefly, he gets the return pass into the Missouri State zone.
Missing on the check is Smith, and Larson still has it. Centers through, and a great save by Bailey Stevens as a golden opportunity missed by Blake Olenek that time, and he was wide open, and Stevens hustled across the crease to make a fantastic save. His second outstanding save of the game, and Arizona State will have to work a little harder. They get the puck back. The red line is taken away.
It's sent in. Anderson with it. He gets it chopped away up over McClue's outstretched arms. It'll become the other way for Adam Hamner.
Hamner wide open, tried a toe drag, lost it off the end of the stick. Chris Brown will steal it back from him. Out to the red line it comes. Arizona State will have to reset. Now a quick entry and tried to get it right back to Hamner. It went behind him, and it comes away to the Ice Bears. Here's Kovacic.
Lead pass as he gets it to the corner to Rubin, and Rubin is checked out of the play on the far side. Puck to the near side now. Around the stick of Havner, and it's out to center ice. The Ice Bears will regroup and work with it to Rubin. Rubin looking for some help at the line. Still can't get it. Puck is gobbled up and taken by Geely, and he'll have it right side, and he is pushed down hard.
Oh, I'm surprised we don't see an arm up on that one. It looked like it might have been a tripping call that time on the Ice Bears, but it goes all the way back behind, and now it's finally touched up.
Offside.
That was a delayed offside, but it was touched too early.
But what a huge save by Bailey Stevens, as this could have been a game-tying affair, and Stevens gets the glove out, and just a big save there as he puts the opportunity for Havner aside, and just unbelievable by Bailey Stevens.
As the Ice Bears win the draw and work it to Saunders.
Down with 9:45 to go in the period. To the far side, Arizona State hanging tough with a short bench. Puck to the corner and flipped out by Olenek, getting down to the Missouri State end. It's helped in by Ames.
And he gets it over to Austin Ehrlich, who rifles off a shot that has just a little bit wide to the right. Ice Bears take it back. Davis flips it out. Knocked down by Arizona State. Here come the Sun Devils working in close. They've got an opportunity. A nice wrister a little bit wide by Andrew Aziz as the puck comes down on the left-hand side. Ice Bears work back on defense. They've got the puck. Out it comes. Here's Chad Lounder.
Lounder's pass over the referee and down into the ASU zone, taken by Ames, and Ames goes the other way. Here's a lead pass for Garrett Amaya.
Amaya works to his right, takes the shot. Nice save, Bailey Stevens. He tried to push it through the 5-hole, and Stevens closed the wickets.
Back down into the ASU zone. Line change for Missouri State. They're late getting on.
And back behind to play to Stevens. A little bit of a congested right out in the slot right now, and Fuller pokes it away for the Ice Bears, gets it to Perron, and let's see this line go back to work. They've been very effective tonight, Fuller, Perron, and Thornton.
And here comes Perron. He'll get it across the line. Thornton isn't there for the pass, and it's taken away and cleared. Here's Dan Fuller. His pass goes to Perron at the line, across it, into the zone, chased by Palumbo. They get past Palumbo to the Ice Bears, and it's cleared away from Perron, and back down we come the other way. 2-on-2 for Arizona State.
Guarnero's shot is deflected back out to center ice. Thornton delivers an open ice hit that pushes his man back, but the puck comes the other way, and it'll be retrieved by Travis Barrett back behind his own goal. 7:57 left here in the third period. The 2-1 Ice Bears lead as Thornton has it at center ice.
Thornton gets a shot, and it's partially blocked, but stays in play. Turin is there at the half boards at the right face-off dot. He's pushed out of the play. Lofink is there to clear it, but the Ice Bears intercept. Anderson gets it up, but taken away from Anderson by Lofink.
Lofink works it in on the right side, pocket picked. Here's the Ice Bears with a break.
Barrett comes on, 2-on-2. Now over to Turin, and it's off of his skate. Ice Bears had a good opportunity there, and they missed it. Now a 1-on-1.
And now it's a 2-on-1 as Abner comes in on right wing, takes the left-handed shot, knocked off the glove of Bailey Stevens, comes to the left corner. Back down behind the blue line, across center ice.
Lead pass for O'Brien, left side, breaks free. O'Brien score! He got it over the shoulder of Burkle, and Missouri State takes a 3-1 lead over Arizona State.
Goal number 2 for Zane O'Brien in a 3-1 margin.
Second one for O'Brien. He picks up number 14 as he's able to get it over the shoulder of Burkle. And Missouri State here in the third period have scored 2 in a row. Let's catch the call.
By number 15, Zane O'Brien. Assisted by number 12, Travis Barrett. For the Ice Bears, O'Brien from Barrett. Time of the goal, 12:51 in the third period.
And of course, there's that most dangerous lead on the board right now. A 2-goal lead with 7:02 left in the third period. Arizona State will go back to work in the Ice Bears zone as they win the job, but can't hold it down at the point. Well, yes, they do manage to hold it in momentarily, but now it breaks out of there. Here's McClue working in on the right side, tries the toe drag, has it poked away.
McClue will come behind the net, sweep it off to Heiseroth, back to McClue. Good forechecking pressure by Kowalchuk, and it'll be Arizona State with possession of it. They get it out on an outlet pass to Ehrlich. Taken away from him and sent right back with 6:33 remaining. Puck to the corner. Held in by the Ice Bears and sent by Alex Rubin. A delayed offside, and the Ice Bears will get possession of it. 6:23 to go in the period. Puck sent in. Bailey Stevens is going to have to make a save from the left wing face-off dot on the shot by Andrew Aziz. 6:20 remaining in the period, and a 3-1 lead for Missouri State. The latest one by Zane O'Brien as he breaks free on the left side. Roofs it over the shoulder and the glove of the goaltender Burkle, and that's where we are right now, 3-1 Ice Bears.
And a big crank from the left-hand side is knocked down in traffic. Garrett Brown tried to launch it from there, taken away by the Ice Bears. Here's Heiser, or Thornton, excuse me, go ahead, it's Davis.
That's Garrett Brown with it now for ASU. He'll send it in, and it comes out to center ice. We'll get station identification for you coming up in a moment. With 6, make that 5:56 to go in the period. Puck is flipped up and out of play. 3-0 Missouri State, and you're listening to KBFL.
KBFL Springfield, 1060 AM, K245CA Springfield, 96.9 megahertz.
Face-off will be in the Arizona State zone, and the Ice Bears have a 3-1 lead. 2 goals by Zane O'Brien, 13 and 14. Sasha Perron is first, and Alec Guarno with his first for Arizona State.
And Guarnero almost came up with a loose puck at center ice, but it's taken back by Schumacher, who flips it up high, and we're going to get a whistle.
And it's up and out of play, so
yeah,
the face-off will come at center ice.
Skittered off the netting here on the near side. So they'll come back to the center ice. 5:39 left in the third period. 3-1 Missouri State University with the lead. I'm Dan Lee along with Steve Casson and Alex Sound doing the video chores on WestSportsRadio.com on your internet.
Yeah, big thanks to either Dwayne Darr, I think, keeping us on the air at KBFL. One of the two.
As the Ice Bears get it back with Johansson in control.
Or Jeff Boggs. It's one of the two.
Dangerous cross ice pass goes to Davis. Big rattling hit up at the center line. Levied that time by Zach Kowalchuk.
Sent in by Perron all the way down with 5:11 to go in the third period and a 3-1 lead for Missouri State. Puck is cleared to the line of the Ice Bears, and back down Smith will intercept.
And it's taken by Perron at center ice.
Gets it across the line to Dan Fuller. Hops off of his stick as it was partially deflected and swiped out to center ice. Shuttered there and controlled back into the ASU zone. Glove down and moved to the right side now to Palumbo.
And here's Alex Lofing trying to get something started as a big open ice hit is probably going to result in a penalty. Well, no, I don't think so.
Apparently not. Play continues. Shots are 32-15 in favor of Missouri State. We came into this game, or to this period, that is, at 28-12. So if you're Bailey Stevens, you want to see a few more shots just to get your save percentage up a little bit.
Spoken like a true goalie. I'd say keep it on the other end of the ice. That was a true goalie statement if I ever heard you made one. No, I don't think so. If you're the coach, you don't want to see that happen, that's for sure. As the Ice Bears lose the draw out in front, and a backhand scoop just barely missed wide to the left from Owen Larson. Now on the near half board, Ice Bears protecting the slot, and now we do get a whistle behind the play.
And it looks like we are going to get a penalty. It'll go against Turin.
Yep, Turin wastes no time getting to the box.
Slashing. And maybe more. He gets more. And this is something that needs to be addressed.
Yeah, penalties after the penalty.
He gets a penalty, and then he gets another one assessed. And this has happened more than once. So here in the third period.
And that will probably be it for Turin for this contest, as they send Thornton to the box to serve his 2 minutes.
If he only gets 2 minutes. Now, if he had more, or maybe he got a misconduct.
Well, he got a misconduct is what it is.
He's going to the bench.
Yeah.
Or to the
locker room.
Dressing room.
So Alex Turin is done for the night.
Assuming he had 10, then that is 5 penalties, 18 minutes for Missouri State. Power play number 3 for the Sun Devils. And off the draw, the Ice Bears do win it. It's McClue. Let's catch the call.
Alex Turin, 2 minutes for slashing. Also a 10-minute misconduct penalty.
So he did get 10 minutes. Here's McClue. He's going to carry it out to center ice.
And it gave it away. And all the way up into the slot. Here's a shot. Save. Rebound sitting on the doorstep. Another save by Bailey Stevens as they just handed the puck to Alexander Lofink, and he got 2 good whacks at it. And Stevens had to make up for a huge blunder that time as he comes up with 2 big saves for the Ice Bears. Oh my goodness, that could have turned the tide of this contest. Still the power play continues. 1:18 left in that. Here's a drive, and laying down to block that one aside is Saunders. And it comes all the way back as Hunter gives up the body for it.
Well, and when you said laying down the block, I immediately thought maybe it was going to be Josh Bell, and we don't need that. He's already broken his hand blocking a shot earlier today.
I know you're just itching to cue up that replay of Bailey Stevens right there, but we've got action continuing with 54 seconds left in the power play for Arizona State University as the Ice Bears clear it down to Burkle, the goaltender for ASU. And they'll try to restart this thing with 43 seconds left in the power play. 3:08 left here in the third period. A 3-1 Ice Bears margin as Arizona State gets met outside the blue line, gets turned back. Nice steal, Kovacic.
Here comes Andrew Kovacic, but he's 1-on-5. The Ice Bears really laying back with a 2-goal lead. They don't want to give up another break like they just did, so it'll be Garrett Brown to get possession of the puck.
To the red line they come. 16 seconds left in the power play. Taken away again, Kovacic. And it gets turned over one more time. Out front, reaching back and trying to shovel it home from a prone position on the ice is Guarnero, but it doesn't work, and the penalty, thankfully, expires.
It's cleared now with 2:24 to go in the third period, and a 3-1 lead for Missouri State. Puck all the way down to the Missouri State zone.
Taken by Sam Heiseroth. Heiseroth being hounded back behind the net by Ethan Miller, manages to maintain possession. But
this will be an icing call as it sails too far for Heiseroth. Icing brings it back with 2:07 to go in the Missouri State zone. 3-1 Ice Bears. Let's go back to that huge set of saves by Bailey Stevens as the Ice Bears give up a break. The first opportunity, and then the second opportunity was saved. And Dan, the first opportunity you got, well, it was Owen Larson with the first opportunity. The second one was Austin Ehrlich on the second opportunity on the rebound, and Stevens has to make another save here. So, as we've talked about earlier, coming up huge was Burkle, and now Stevens also coming up big.
And he's had like 4 or 5 huge saves tonight as well. Both goaltenders have actually been outstanding tonight. You got to give big kudos to Burkle, though. Jack has really worked overtime to keep his team into this hockey game. Bailey Stevens, though, when he really was needed most, has been equal to the task tonight, and it's come up huge, especially with the Ice Bears making a couple of defensive mistakes along the way.
Definitely, and let's go back and take a look at those saves again. Let me correct myself. You were right initially. It was Lofink getting the initial shot. Then the rebound follow-up was saved by Stevens as it was sitting in the open crease. Ehrlich on the follow-up. So either way, it has been a fantastic game thanks to these two goaltenders. 3-1 the score with 2:03 remaining in this third period.
It's been a good one from Mediacom Ice Park. We've got 2 more good ones coming up for you. If you're out driving around and don't know what you want to do for tomorrow, hey, if you've never seen these Ice Bears play hockey, you got to. You got to come see them, and you're going to get a good opponent. The number 4 ranked Arizona Wildcats come to town Friday and Saturday night. Saturday being our 40th anniversary celebration of the movie Slapshot.
Oh,
that's
definitely.
Gonna be a lot of fun.
Definitely come dressed as your favorite Slapshot player too, or character. Empty
I
net.
can really see Stan as the Strother Martin.
Arizona
owner.
State with 3:02 have pulled their goaltender. It's an empty net. They have an extra attacker on the ice. And the Ice Bears with an empty net, missing just wide is Launder. Davis will chase. Arizona State with the empty net. They pulled the goaltender. As the Ice Bears lead 3-1. Number 20 Missouri State versus number 25 Arizona. The puck gets deflected up and out of play, and it will go into the bench. So the Ice Bears will see this face-off come at center ice. We will see if they bring the goaltender back in.
Are we going to get a penalty?
No. The goaltender's coming back in, Burkle fell down as he came off the top of the boards. He fell down, but he is okay. He's getting set and ready.
He's about halfway out of the net right now.
Yeah, and Arizona State wins the possession, and Burkle comes back. That puck gets deflected up and out of play.
Well, they were offside on the play anyway.
Is it? Okay.
So they'll come back outside the blue line with 1:38 to go.
And Burkle will stay in the net. So head coach Josh Brown telling Burkle come out to the hash marks. A little bit higher. Okay, you're good. And off the draw, puck is won by Arizona State. They have possession.
They'll give it to Blake Olenek, and Olenek will just dump it in with 1:30 to go in the hockey game. Ice Bears get control. They've sent it out to neutral ice, but it's taken right back by Arizona State. Here's a steal.
It'll be taken by Missouri State's Rubin. He comes down the right side, right in the middle. Preston Ames falling and blocking the shot. Taken away by Arizona State. Can they get it out to center ice? They do, but the Ice Bears intercept. Burkle stays in the net. 1 minute, make that 1:08. A shot in. Burkle makes the save. It'll be Thornton on the ice now. Thornton with it. Trailing is O'Brien. He gives it over to O'Brien with less than a minute to go in the third period. Sent down to Rubin. It is up the middle and cleared out to center ice. Gloved by the Ice Bears, but taken away. Ehrlich has it.
Less than a minute left to go in the hockey game as Arizona State starts to run out of steam a little bit, and they'll finally get the puck over to Owen Larson. Larson has to double back to his own blue line. Now feeds it up ahead at the red line to Austin Ehrlich. Ehrlich will dump it in. 34 seconds left to play.
And coming to the bench finally is Burkle.
But again, stolen away by the Ice Bears, at least momentarily. It's held in, though, pinched in nicely, and it'll be taken by Austin Ehrlich. Ehrlich tries to wheel back behind. O'Brien comes in to try to poke it away, and he does, and it comes out and heads the other direction.
All the way down. This will be an icing call, so it'll be back with 15.1 seconds left into the Ice Bears into the ice.
6 out skaters for Arizona State University for this face-off. The goalie is not going to be there in the nets, and another timeout called here. This one by Arizona State University with 15 seconds left in regulation and a 3-1 Missouri State University Ice Bear advantage.
Don't forget our next broadcast for you right here on Web Sports Radio will be tomorrow night. We'll have it for you. It'll be against the number 4 Arizona Wildcats right here on Web Sports Radio and on KBFL 96.9 and 1060 AM. The Saturday game against Arizona right here also on Web Sports Radio. So we hope you'll tune in for all of that. And again, going to be a lot of fun for Slapshot Tribute Night. You know, when we gave Ben Goss's class the opportunity to choose anything they wanted, gave them anything, and Ben came back and said, how about Slapshot Tribute Night? I said, if you don't do it, I will fire your you guys from participating.
Face off to the left of Bailey Stevens, won by Arizona State University, taken away momentarily by Kovacs. Shot comes in on goal, knocked down. Rebound is whistled just wide to the left-hand side as Garrett Amaya had a short opportunity.
And it just missed with 1.2 seconds left as the Ice Bears cleared the puck. But the buzzer sounds, and Missouri State will win this hockey game by a score of 3-1. Shots on goal. In the third period, the Ice Bears, Bailey Stevens faces 8 for a 3-period total of 20. And the Ice Bears just allowing 4 shots. Or excuse me, the Ice Bears just getting 4 shots. And Jack Burkle faces a 3-period total of 32. The Ice Bears get on the scoreboard at 11:27 of the first period. That's Zane O'Brien's 13th. Turin and Barrett will get the assists, and the Ice Bears will have a 1-0 lead. A puck that just bounced in right past goaltender Burkle. Then it was a 1-1 game as Alec Guanero with his first of the season. Amaya with the assist. And it is a 1-1 game. Then Sasha Perron for the Ice Bears. He picks up his first of the season in the second period at 4:02. Dan Fuller gets the assist, and Missouri State has a 2-1 lead. And then Zane O'Brien finishes things off for the Ice Bears, his 14th of the season at 12:51. Barrett with the assist, and that's where things end up. And right now we have our Steak and Shake player of the game for the Ice Bears and Chris Brown. And Chris, the Ice Bears get the 3-1 win, and your compadre there, Marshall Geaver, said it was more like a clean game tonight, and I guess it kind of was for 2 periods.
Yeah, it was really clean for the first 2. The first period I felt both teams were kind of a little flat, and then in the second period we kind of got our feet moving, but overall, I mean, not too many mistakes on our part. Luckily, we limited to 1 goal, and we had a good game, got a good win.
Does the team like this type of game better? Obviously, one where you're just playing hockey, there's no distraction with penalties or strange things going on.
Oh, yeah, I think so. I mean, we're a pretty fast team, and anytime we get a chance to move our feet and fly around without tripping and stuff, it really helps us. We're able to push the pace and get a lot of shots. I mean, 32 shots in this team. Usually we'll get more than 3 goals, but their goalie played well. Luckily, we got the win.
Obviously, you guys did a great job out there defensively tonight. Obviously, not very often we get to talk to a Steak and Shake player of the night. Who is a defensive, outstanding, stellar performance tonight. Way to go!
Thank you very much. I mean, we still got Bailey behind the net, always keeping us in things. So as a D-man, it's really easy just playing in front of him, making sure you can see shots and clearing pucks when we get the chance.
Well, I was going to say, other than Brennan Anderson, who always tends to end up being that, but how important is it for the Ice Bears to finally get some of the injuries back? And it's been tough. And unbeknownst to me, because head coach Jeremy Law didn't tell me, but Josh Bell was out there tonight.
Yeah. I mean, obviously last weekend was a tough weekend for us. We were really short just getting guys like Covey, Turn, and Bell back for a limited time is huge for us. It gives us more depth and allows us to run more lines and stay fresh, so it's really big for us.
This is a team that has been told that they play down to quote-unquote lesser teams, knowing that Arizona State had a short bench and, it happened against Oklahoma. The Ice Bears kind of, in a sense, played down to that team. What was different tonight?
I think the first goal. The first goal has always been huge for us. I mean, I don't know what it is about us, but something about that first goal kind of gives us an extra jump, and it really helped us to flow through the game. I mean, they tied it up, but then we got the next one, and that was also huge and kind of allowed us to play freely and play our game.
So I have to ask this personal question. Is everybody participating in Mustache Movember?
Everyone but Bailey. Bailey can't grow one, so, but yeah.
All right.
You're not supposed to turn loose of that kind of information on your star goaltender.
That's all right.
It looks good, though.
Thank you very much, guys.
All right, thanks so much, and congratulations.
Thank you.
The Steak and Shake player of the game and the Ice Bears defenseman Chris Brown, who is honestly still looking for his first goal. He has 7 assists, still looking for his first notch also. But he does end up becoming the Steak and Shake player of the game. He'll eat good tonight, that's for sure.
That's for sure. And, of course, an outstanding performance as well on the offensive end from Zane O'Brien tonight with a couple of goals. And some great surprises tonight from the line of Sasha Perron and Dan Fuller and Thornton. Did a great job on that line tonight. All three of them out there hustling all night long and keeping the pressure on. So some important lessons learned tonight for the Ice Bears and a big, big win over the number 25 team.
The Sun Devils were 0 for 4 on the power play. Missouri State 0 for 1. But the Ice Bears get the win by a score of 3-1. They are now 12-10-2 on the season with the win. And Josh Brown's Arizona State Sun Devils are 7-15 with the loss. But the Ice Bears' Bailey Stevens does pick up the victory. Jack Burkle gets his first loss of the season, that is, for Arizona State. But again, we will have another game for you tomorrow against the number 4 Arizona Hockey Club, the Wildcats. We hope you'll tune in for that, as Missouri State here tonight takes the victory in the first of 3 coming up this weekend. That'll do it here from Mediacom Ice Park and the Stan Melton Ice Arena. I'm Steve Casson for Dan Lee, also for Marshall Gevers, for Alex Som, and back at our KBFL studios. Thanks so much for tuning in. Until tomorrow, as the Ice Bears win 3-1. Good night, everyone.
So long.
You've been listening to Missouri State Ice Bears Hockey with your hosts, Steve Casson and Dan Lee. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Ice Bears Hockey is a presentation of DS Sports Enterprises and WebSportsRadio.com.